So, everyone good? Ready to go?
Yep. As is Kiki.
I know, I see she's ready to listen. Alright, so, last session 27, we actually go to Avernus. The Gremlins began the day with Eris having Pip cast Sending to Luca, where she learned that he was not getting her drugs, and that Sonic was very addictive, and that the process of getting off of it was awful. So, probably good that you all aren't going that route. With that taken care of, the Gremlins went to speak with the Grand Duke, who informed them that he had the same vision as Spark from the Helm of Torm's sight, and that he would be assisting General Anatole with keeping the survivors of Elturel safe, as there wasn't much else he could do. After this talk, the Gremlins, with Lulu's help, put together a plan for when they reached the surface. In the end, they decided that they would travel along the River Styx once they reached the ground, so that way they could move away from the Blood War, and hopefully find something that would lead them to Fort Knucklebone. Feeling as prepared as they could be, the party left the crypt through the secret passage to the graveyard, with Eris saying goodbye to her father, promising him that she would save Elturel and her family. As the Gremlins reached the edge of Elturel, Eris was unable to overcome her fear of heights, forcing the rest of the Gremlins to drag her off the edge. Over the edge, off the edge, down to the ground. With a well-timed featherfall, the Gremlins safely made it to the surface of Avernus for about 4 seconds before they were immediately approached by hostile demons. Still tied to each other with rope from their jump, the Gremlins struggled to fend off the demons, with Spark and then Nephira going unconscious before the final demon went down. As we pick up tonight, most of the party is bloodied, and the Gremlins have little time to get to safety on the outskirts of the battlefield of the Blood War. So, moving in, let's get us... I don't think we're quite out of dodge yet, so let's get some intense music going here.
Oh, right. Turn on Bartley. That's important.
Yes, if you do not have Bardley up, get Bardley up.
Grab a Bardley.
So, as we come back in tonight, I believe that quite a few of you are still tied to each other. I think...
We are all still tied to each other.
No, because Spark cut Nephira.
Nephira and Pip apart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for fun, can Eris burn the rope between her and Pip?
Yeah, absolutely.
Grabs it and it just lights it on
Yeah,
fire.
it quickly...
Damn it!
Or
No.
Spark would probably pick Nephira up and just kind of run with her in his arms.
Yeah, where are you
If
guys?
she would
Where are you all
allow.
headed?
I think seeing Spark do that with the fear, that's smart. Eris is gonna pick up Pip.
All right, pick up the little ones.
We just gotta go.
We gotta go. Yeah. So as
Cross the bridge.
We have to cross a bridge.
there is the kind of like dirt bridge that is over the River Styx. So not that high off the ground. Stay in the center. It's like a 20-foot wide bridge.
She'll be staying in the center.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you all kind of pick yourself up, burn these ropes, and take off, Lulu is flying right alongside you. You were in this puddle of kind of acid and mud. There's acid on your clothes, blood, ichor, mud, devil throw up, demon throw up. I'm sorry, demon throw up. Y'all are looking awful.
Hard
And
cut from our last bath to this.
right? As you all are kind of sprinting across the bridge, I'd say Spark's probably in the lead just because Spark started taking off first. Stop echoing. And as you are running, Spark, you hear in your head Lulu go, We need to keep the River Styx on our left. It'll bring us away from Avernus and Elturel. We're on Avernus. This is bad. And you just you hear that, Spark. And you can gather
Spark
as you're
vocalizes. Lulu says to keep the sticks to our left. Oh, Kiki. Ah.
This is Nephira just like sliding over your shoulder.
Damn, happy she is virgin.
But yeah, as you kind of sprint across this bridge, being very certain to stay extremely clear of the River Styx. You kind of hang that left, and you can see that will bring you away from, El Terrell and the mass armies that are converging there. But as you are all running, you can notice off to your right, maybe a couple 100 yards, a fiery meteor hurling down from the sky. You see it crash into the barren landscape of Avernus. The ground kind of shakes, and you all have to keep your footing. Can I get, because you two have decided to carry, can I get, I guess this would be athletics or acrobatics to keep your footing as the ground shakes beneath you from this impact?
Spark able to cast Bless on him? Sorry, not Bless, Guidance on himself for this check or no?
It's too quick of a... You just saw a meteor and then the ground shook. Luckily not while you were on the bridge, but...
Thank God. Thank God.
Okay,
That's a 19.
Kiki, what are you doing?
19? Okay.
Give me a few... Spark's doing athletics. That's a 17 total. Sorry, that took a bit. Kiki is now sniffing in the dice tray.
But yeah, you, Spark, you're able to kind of just like slide to a stop and hunker down, get your balance, get nice and kind of low in your center of gravity. Eris, you're able to kind of just like redirect your footing, doing a little hop and a skip, which catches you up and moves you ahead of Spark. And as you look over, you see that there's this plume of smoke that is off to your right from wherever this meteor has crashed. Looking back past that, you see that more of these kind of meteors are crashing into the masses of the armies that are underneath El Terrell, almost like someone is doing target practice, seem to be actively searching out movement. And you hear Lulu, both Spark and everyone but Nefira, because Nefira is wearing a necklace, hear Lulu say, I think we need to hurry up and get out of range before it decides that we're fun target practice as well. So, you...
Full movement.
Full movement, keep sprinting. Yeah, how long do you all run? As you're kind of continuing, you're running basically at this point, it is a near flat, kind of barren, ashy ground, very hard to run in. It is almost difficult terrain when you are trying to sprint. And
I guess
you have the River Styx quite wide off to your left, but you can see if you're looking ahead, it kind of narrows back into a smaller stream, but there's basically nothing else around you that you can really see here.
Spark looks over at Eris. Do you think
As you're running.
a few minutes will work, or should we go until we find something we can rest behind?
Maybe we should wait and find something.
All right.
I want to get out of range.
Yeah. Then Spark will, if you'll allow, guidance and perception check to look for something they can duck behind.
Yeah, go for it. What's Nefira and Pip doing? Nefira's basically at like very low hit points, right?
Yeah.
Unless
I'm at
Sai
8.
stated otherwise, Spark has Nefira in arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Nefira just being like, I hurt everywhere?
Yes.
Can Eris also do a perception check?
Can who?
Eris,
I will.
Yeah,
I
go
will
for it.
try for. Can I do a survival check
Yeah, sure.
to try to find a place? Cool.
I should have asked survival, but I said perception.
Hey, we'll roll some dice. It's D&D.
But
that
luckily
is a 9.
the D4 is still treating me well. I gotta use this blue D4
Ooh,
when I use
7.
Healing Word.
Okay. Yay! I have a +7. Okay, 9 + 7. What is that?
Eris got a
16.
16, and Eris got
12.
I think.
12.
Spark's perception was 23 total.
23 total. Okay, yeah, Eris, you're not entirely sure. You're trying to, like, whip your head around, and look for anything, but from what you can tell, everything just looks the same. It looks like dust and dirt and red. The red sky meets the red ground, and it's basically nothing you can tell. Nefira, as you're trying to look over Spark's arms as you're being carried, you kind of look and see that there is a lot of traffic. There's a few more bridges that are kind of going over the river as you all are running. Bridges is a loose term. A few more dirt outcroppings that go over it. And you can see quite a few claw prints, footprints, a bunch of stuff that is at least telling you that in the next probably 100 yards or so is a very common crossing for resupplying armies to the Blood War. So whatever you want to do, it's not here and not now. You do not want to rest in this area, even if you could find something to hide behind. There's a strong likelihood you're going to come across more demons or devils. You're not sure whose sideline you're currently on, but neither one are friends with you. So, and then Spark, as you're running, you're tall. You're the tallest one here. You got the vantage point, other than Lulu. Which, if you want to give a perception check for Lulu, just to see.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
What's her?
She can.
I don't think she has.
I don't think she has anything.
All right, so just her wisdom.
Yeah.
Which is nothing to sneeze at. Hey y'all, we have somebody with high whiz finally.
She just has no memories. So what are you without your memories?
20 total. I rolled 16 on both Spark and Lulu's dice.
Wow.
And
so yeah.
D4 on Spark's guidance.
All right, so 23 for Spark and a 20 for Lulu. So yeah, as you're running, Spark, you can kind of start to see what looks like the slightest bit of a dip or a canyon might be coming up. Not really, but it's definitely, the ground is not staying flat. You can tell there's going to be a slightly curve off. From this distance, it's still quite a ways out. And at the same time you see that, you hear that Lulu goes, it looks like the river splits up ahead. We might be able to find something on one of the offshoots that's a little more protected and away from sight. She only says that to you, though. As she notices you actually seeing stuff.
Spark speaks out to Eris, is like, alright, I see a little divot, and he, full weight on one arm, gestures in that direction. Over there a ways, Lulu mentions there might be something up ahead when the river splits. What? Do we want to get further from here by the river, or what we know might be safe?
Do I think that divot would be out of the range of this thing?
I mean, did Nefira share that we're near a resupply point?
Nefira has not shared anything unless Nefira shares something verbally with the crew.
Okay, Nefira probably would speak up and say, we need to get as far away from here as possible.
Let's...
That's it. Nefira's like, nothing else. Hey guys, just go. Just run.
Just keep running.
Lulu's idea then?
Yeah.
Alright, yep. Keep booking it.
Eris, you're not entirely sure about the meteors, because as you're watching them kind of crash down into the armies, and occasionally some shoot out off to hit random dirt, maybe, or creatures, there is no central location you can see the meteors coming from. They're just coming from the sky. It's not like they're being, from a central tower or something. It is the sky itself deciding to have a fun target practice.
Great.
Of
great.
course, on this plane.
All right.
Love that for us.
No, yeah, we're just gonna keep going then.
But as you all take off, kind of sprinting again, I'm going to need a Constitution check from Eris and Spark for sprinting while also carrying the other two in this it's not just it's like you're sprinting in an Arizona summer sandy like barren wasteland. You're in full armor. It's not a good time to be.
That's a 16.
16?
I guess question before I roll, would Spark know this is coming enough to guide himself or no?
I don't think this time this will be not a frequent thing, but if you all need to do more sprinting in Avernus, in the future he might be more aware, but this is just too new of a environment. And you still have adrenaline from the fight.
Okay, and you just said check. I say that like it makes a difference.
Check,
19 total?
Oh no, it's a saving throw, sorry.
Oh,
but I'm sure it's higher.
Yeah, 16.
So, yeah.
19 from Spark.
Okay, you two are fine. You can feel the sweat like starting to bead off you. Even you are uncomfortable in this heat, Eris. It is miserable.
I regret not working on Dex.
But yeah, as you all sprint, probably another 5 or 6 minutes of a dead sprint, you finally manage to get to where that divot is, and you see that it looks like the river's kind of split. The river splits, with one kind of staying up above this, what might turn into kind of a valley, and one splitting down into the valley. So still River Styx to follow. You're not sure if or when, but you assume they probably come back together at some point. Do you all head down into that little valley area? Or canyon area, I guess, is a better way to describe it, as it's pretty small. It's the River Styx, and then probably maybe 10 or 15 feet on the side of the river.
Spark would probably take a gander around and probably also pop a divine sense. Actually, he'll pop a divine sense first and then go from there. So let me actually track these, because this is important. Alright, any fiends or undead within... Celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of him?
You get none except the usual motley group that surrounds your party. Familiars and Lulu, who...
Our weird little dudes.
Yeah, who pop Celestial. But otherwise, 60 feet around, you don't see anything. And both, I'll say we'll keep up the skill checks from before. Nefira, as they've been like sprinting, you start to see less and less of the tracks. Once you kind of all got past that third crossover of the river, it seems on this side there's not as many. And Eris and Spark, you do see a little bit of like a rocky outcropping that you might be able to wedge behind. There's a little bit more protection from just the open wilderness about kind of more down into the valley or the canyon.
Eris, you see that over there?
Yeah, I think that's a good spot.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So yeah, you all follow the river, which kind of tumbles almost like a waterfall down into this canyon. It's a pretty steep descent. Are you all still going to hold the other gremlins, or put them down for to have a bit better balance?
The Spark will kind of look down at the Fear's like, think you can climb at this point?
I can try.
You want to stay tied to me so if you slip, it's not just an immediate fall?
I think that'd be nice. I am
down
not
into the
feeling
ravine?
well.
It's not really climbing down, but like a sandy embankment that does like sandy dirt. So it's not something you'd want extra weight really on you if you can help it.
Okay.
AK Pip, extra weight.
Hey,
I mean, I bet
as a sled, honestly. He does weigh as much as like a 2-year-old child.
But yeah,
and is roughly the same size.
I mean, by this time, Pip could have cut the rope if you want it
The
to.
rope between Pip and Eris is
It's
already
burnt,
severed.
yeah.
Oh,
Eris
okay.
burnt that shit.
But
Yeah,
Eris
he
still
said,
saw
"We're
a
done."
spark picking up the small folk and went, you know what? No, that still
It's a
same
good idea,
that.
yeah.
Oh, how were they picked
listen,
up? Were they like a over the shoulder, or like a piggyback situation, or like a baby?
Well, it depends on how much time they had.
I feel like you'd eventually have to either do over the shoulder or like piggyback because after running for carrying someone like this would suck.
I think if she picked Pip up fast, it would be over the shoulder. Otherwise, she would have let him do piggyback, but that would take a little longer to set up.
I imagine Nefira
Actually,
probably moved to
we'll go
piggyback mid-run.
because I saw this TikTok where this guy lifted this little kid up on his back in one fluid motion. It was so cool. I was like, Pip and Eris have done that before. They've got this down. So it's just immediately piggyback.
Nefira and Spark probably did something similar.
Yeah.
Well, Nefira's at 8 points.
So
8 hit points. So maybe they didn't this time. But they could.
Yeah. This
They
time she's
have
hanging
done
out.
it.
For most of it was in arm, but as it kept going, she was probably like, alright, I gotta move and let him be able to pump with both arms.
Yeah. Alright, so, as you all are climbing kind of down into this ravine, I just need a, I guess a dexterity saving throw. Not a super high DC, but there is some it's a sandy, rocky kind of dirt embankment that you
I am not rolling well tonight.
You're just
rolled a
going off
6.
that injury, you know?
Just to be
my dice
safe,
are no.
Spark's probably using a charge on his bracelet. Yeah, dex saves.
Is Pip still on Eris's back?
Is he?
Yeah, so I've got a
That's up to you
12
two.
total.
Eris is
total?
okay
Okay.
with having Pip on her back, but she's also okay with letting him go if he wants
Okay.
to. Okay.
Hey, good
Depends
thing.
on like.
Okay, the bracelet might have not been necessary, but given that Spark and Nefira are still tied together, maybe. Nat 20 for 22 total.
Nice.
The first
All right.
roll was a 14.
Hey,
but it's
not
like-
bad.
Hey, I already claimed
I got-
he's using the bracelet.
Yeah, because I got a 12 total.
Okay. Eris, Pip, what's going
I
on?
did already roll about it. That was the thing, because I assumed that
Okay.
we did
Then
separate.
let's just go separate then.
I feel
Eris
like
rolled
probably
really well.
also once
You-
Spark put Nefira down, then
Yeah.
Eris might have been like, oh yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah. Eris got. It's just a dexterity check.
Dex save.
Oh, save. Oh, lit.
So it might be better for you.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's,
is fighter always
20.
strength saves? Or can you pick?
Oh, it's always strength saves.
Okay.
But my dex save is still good. It's a 24.
Okay, yep.
That's incredible for you guys. I got a dirty 3. I rolled in at 1.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, Pip, get back on my back.
All right,
Well,
so as you put Pip off your shoulder, Spark, you let Nefira down, and you all start to kind of make your way down this embankment. Pip, you're trying to catch your footing, and the bottom of your shoes are now no longer grippy because of the acid you had been standing in. You're basically wearing some skis, and your foot goes out from underneath you, and you tumble all the way down the 25 feet to the bottom. Is it D10? A D10 per...
Yeah, it's a D6 for 10 feet.
D6 for 10
And
feet.
Nefira tried to reach out and grab him.
That is a nat 1. No, we're saying
Yeah.
Pip's going down.
And I'm guessing
okay.
Spark's Nat 20 can't chromatically balance
Well,
that.
it's okay because I rolled 2 1s. So Pip, you take 2 damage. You somehow are like a clumsy
Mads.
little toddler as you
Mads.
bumble your way down, but you barely hurt yourself.
Mads, don't you mean Snake Eyes?
Oh yeah, snake eyes.
My God!
But yes,
Listen,
2
I'm
points of
interested
bludgeoning
in how
damage.
this is playing out. Spark's disappointed at the power source pick shows. I'm just here to be like, alright, story time. Let's go.
But yeah, I'll say that Pip was kind of out in front of you all, as it was kind of like Pip and Aerith, then Spark and Nefira, and yeah, Pip straight down, as the rest of you try to clamber down, and Pip's just kind of there at the bottom. That is, you all made it to the bottom, though.
Yeah, Eris slides down the last few feet, runs over, looking cool. Runs over to Pip.
Are you okay?
Nope, Pip's saying nothing.
Can't hear you.
Morgan, we can't hear you.
You can hear
Pip's
me?
talking, no words
Yes.
are coming out. Pip, are you okay? Pip! Oh my god!
I'm good. I'm good. You okay?
Am I okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
You were asking, so I'm asking.
Yeah, because you just fell.
Yeah.
25 feet.
Also, sorry to detract, and Mads, feel free to put this in the edit, but Kiki is sleeping on my light jacket, and it's very adorable, and I'm gonna take a photo and put it in the group chat.
But with that slight fall, you all have made it down into this kind of winding canyon that you see has a kind of a rocky outcropping that you might be able to wedge yourselves behind and be mostly out of sight. Probably the best you'd have found within this kind of 10 to 15 minute sprint from the actual battlefield. Even at this time, you all can still kind of hear occasionally off in the distance like a deep rumbling and screeching of whatever creatures are fighting. So you're still close enough for that, but out of line of sight for probably the most part. So, what's the plan?
Take a breather. Pip, do you think we have enough time for you to put up the dome? To help keep us even safer for that?
Shit.
Alright, Spark's gonna keep his eyes out as Pip ritually domes up.
Alright. Yeah.
Here's you got a spot left for protection against good and evil. Just in case.
I've got lots of spots, but I'm gonna cast that if we're in danger. I'm not.
If. Definitely.
Yeah, Spark's just gonna, guide himself and be on lookout.
Yeah, Eris is gonna do lookout as well.
Alright.
Actually, in that case, Spark would probably guide Eris.
Then 11 minutes.
Alright.
For a ritual.
Get the timer going.
22 for Spark's perception.
Alright.
Blue dice, thank you.
Careful, it's early.
Oh wow.
True.
That was almost a 1, but then it wasn't.
And remember, you have a D4 because of guidance.
So that's a total, again, 24.
Wow. You two kind of look out as Pip starts ritually casting the dome. He's got his spell book down on the ground. The two of you kind of flanking either side as Nefira probably kind of slouches down against the wall with a dagger in hand, of course, but still getting a head start on hopefully what is a short rest. Every slight trickle of dirt that you all had kind of disturbed from your slide down the embankment, both Eris and Spark jump towards it. Your nerves are fried, you are covered in blood, and it is a stressful 11 minutes as finally Pip finishes his incantation and you're in the safety of the dome. So, you may breathe a little easier as Pip can adjust the temperature, turn the AC on, make it a little nicer in here.
Spark's immediately trying to, open up the centerpiece of his plate mail to get some air in.
Yeah.
Eris goes up to Pip. Do you have a spell that, cleans you up?
I do. I can clean a foot of you at a time, but I can do it.
Great.
That would be appreciated. Thank you, Pip.
All right, so
Yes,
everyone goes through the car wash, which is Pip.
Prestidigitation.
The prestidigitation you several times. He's getting use out of his new spell.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, Pip's just living up to how Morgan apparently you've built him as a utility caster.
But yeah,
is the thing.
You're able to get rid of the blood and kind of dirt and everything, but the acid kind of wear and tear on your clothing and armor is not able to be replaced or fixed up. So you look cleaner, but you definitely have got a warm welcome to Avernus in your armor and clothing.
Wait, my armor is magical. Does it look fine?
Is your armor magical or just your... Is
My
it just a
armor is
plus
magical.
1?
Yeah.
Should be fine.
I like that it's got little pockmarks of devil spit on it. It's nothing that would break it, but it does look worn in a little bit.
It feels so good to get Erin. Sorry to cut you off, Morgan.
I was just gonna say that, like, how with whenever we were out in the snow, did the tiny hut to kind of blend in with that. Did the similar situation.
Cool.
So it's all white.
Oh, perfect.
It's not. It's
It's like a reddish brown.
yeah, blends in with the surroundings.
Is it opaque or transparent?
I think it's.
You can choose, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, can you choose?
Mm-hmm.
Can Pip make it like a two-way mirror?
I think you can. I think you can make it so no one can see in, but you can see out.
It says the dome is opaque from the outside of any color you choose, but transparent from the inside.
Cool.
Oh, okay, so it just comes
auto.
two-way mirror by default.
Yeah.
And
Someone
I
thought
can command
through.
the interior to become dimly lit or dark.
Hey.
So I can.
Hey, you can make artificial night, which is very useful considering there is no such thing here.
So,
rest our eyes.
I was about to say, so what's the mood lighting that Pip gave us?
Fairy lights.
It better be bright enough because Eris wants to study some Infernal during
Same.
the rest.
We just like normal right now, for sure.
Cool.
Alright,
6:30 start doing it.
hearing that, Spark takes the book out and hands it to the two. He's like, I'll probably want to use it for now. I need a breather. Also, Lulu, thank you. Your spells kept us up.
You hear Lulu respond in your head, and eventually trickles to Pip and Eris. At this point, does anyone also just translate Lulu's messages out loud, knowing that Nafir is wearing the necklace?
Spark would probably.
I figured Spark probably did.
Please and thank you.
You hear Lulu go, I'm really excited that I can remember a little bit more. It seems some of my memories are coming back. They're still a bit fuzzy, but at least I remember how to do those spells. Hopefully I remember more.
Hopefully. It'll come with time.
Can you teach me some?
I don't think my spells were taught to me. I think it's just my
Do you think you could teach
species?
them? Oh. Okay.
We don't look the same. I don't think you will have the same ability to cast spells like me.
I guess that makes sense.
Sure.
Pip gets fucking polymorph, turns into Lulu, and is like, how about now?
Takes a couple levels into it.
Alright. Oh no, you need polymorph, not wild shape for Lulu.
Yeah, polymorph is a wizard spell. But yeah, alright, so as you all are taking your short rest, Those of you who are looking over the infernal guide to dummies, go ahead and give me that, what do we call it, a straight, like, intelligence check?
I think so. If possible, Spark would guide Eris in a... No, wait, this is a long
It's
thing,
too
so
long.
he
It's
can't.
almost the full... You're gonna need, like, the full hour.
I totally failed it.
Cool.
I totally failed it.
Nice,
yeah,
solid.
Yeah, yep, solid. Fail again.
I got
Eris.
14.
14?
I got a 14.
14 fails.
14 fails. I think it's a
DC
15.
15.
Yeah.
DC is 15.
This is
Um,
actually part of the
Infernals?
notes I took.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I got a 9, so.
Okay,
the two of you
you
are-
said a straight check for intelligence, so that's
Mhm.
just the, like, modifier
just
at the
your-
top of the...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's just a +1. So yeah, that's just
Yeah.
a 14.
The two of you are sitting there, arguing back and forth about what the like, you get to one page and you get 2 lines in, and the two of you can't agree on what the 2 lines actually say. One of you thinks it says, like, see the devil sprint, and then it doesn't, and then the other one's like, no, it definitely says the devil hellhound is sprinting, and the two of you can't figure out who's actually correct in this situation, and you
That
never make it off the
interference
first page.
Definitely Devil Hellhound is sprinting.
Can Spark come over and take
And if
advantage
you're
of
still, like, not okay.
Yeah, and if you're
so-
like, holding your
Distracted.
side. Yeah, Spark, you can go ahead. Give me an intelligence check. It won't count towards you gaining another level, but it'll just be for
This
fun.
is more for humor, and
Yeah.
as he's walking over, he's like, boop, boop, just
Cheating.
to, like, read that
Yeah.
sentence.
Go ahead. Give me that intelligence check.
Ooh. Okay, D4 is still rolling hot, but it's still bad. 11.
You walk over and you hear them arguing, and you're like, I'm pretty sure it says that the nightmare has 6 hooves.
Spark, that doesn't
No,
sound
no,
right.
look,
No.
that word, if you checked earlier in the book, it translates to nightmare. Pretty sure, at least.
I don't
able to be
know.
studying.
What, Morgan?
I said, would Pip be able to be doing a little studying too?
Yeah, if Pip wants to study. Because the
Because
dome's
I did
up.
roll and I didn't get
You got what?
to study.
You're so glitchy.
Yeah, what did you say? What was
I
the
said he got a 16.
Morgan, you
Okay,
gotta
yeah,
talk
that passes.
louder.
I just yelled!
Yeah, there you go. A
Oh.
16
Got a
passes.
16!
Yeah, that passes.
You got
Here!
you see with that 16
What does
that
it really say?
what it really says is that it's just giving examples of different creatures in hell. It is talking about hellhounds and nightmares, which are like devilish unicorn horses. And it's talking about features they have, which is the ability to run fast. So everyone was kind of on the right track, but just getting some conjugation wrong, getting some verbs mixed up. You have to read infernal left to right to left. So, it makes everything real confusing if you are trying to follow sentences.
I find it funny how you gave Spark the nightmare example with his unicorn holy symbol.
Honestly, I was just trying to come up with another thing that would be in like a children's book for dummies. And I was like, see spot run. It's see spot run on the mind. But yeah, that is true.
Funny coincidence.
So yeah, it's, Pip, you are able to glance over that and continue reading more of the page. You get another level in infernal, or towards your infernal knowledge, but you realize now this is about maybe a fourth of the way into the book, so it's trying to catch you up to speed real quick, and it's getting real complicated real fast.
Fine, he's so smart. He's so smart.
Okay, but you got a 16.
I got a 16.
Doesn't that mean you rolled like a 9 or an 8? on the die?
No,
Listen.
I rolled an 11.
Oh, okay.
My intelligence modifier is a 5. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Listen, it just means that Pip has a better chance of hitting that 15.
that's true. But yeah,
I still roll a 10.
what's everyone else doing? I guess also like above board as you all are here. So, are people rolling hit dice?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
I rolled
I am short
3
resting.
hit dice and healed 32 points total.
Sweet.
Not my default.
And I've already marked the hit dice off.
Also, Morgan.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I want to remind you, with Arcane Recovery, you can recover up to 3 spell slots worth, which could be a 3rd level spell, a 2nd and a 1st, or 3 firsts. It's not only 1st level spells. Just so
I know.
you're aware. Because you always pick to
Mostly
recover
been doing-
1st level, and I'm like, I hope you know
Because
that you
get
can
the
do
most
more.
out of it.
I was about
I
to
mean,
say.
3rd level's
Like,
pretty good.
Quantity, not necessarily quality, but quantity.
Yeah.
I kind of get because how many uses of absorb elements did you use in that last fight, and
At least
all of
3.
those kept you up?
So many.
Yeah.
All of them.
But yeah, what's everyone else
Yeah.
at
I
with
guess
hit points?
Sparks just like
Still
airing
rolling.
out his armor. He's up to 47 total now.
Sweet.
I
'Cause,
got all the way up to 22 hit points.
Very nice.
I rolled an 8 on my first one and then a 4 on my second one. So
I rolled
Nice.
really bad on my
You can
first
roll
one.
more if you want.
Yeah.
I just
You-
did the 2 just in case, because
I mean, you can go up to half rounded down because you regain up to half on a long rest.
Yeah, so you should probably be doing 3 at a clip.
I mean,
Okay.
sure, it gets in trouble if we need to take a second short rest today,
Yeah.
but it's the whole like it's the whole conservation fallacy of if you're constantly conserving resources, you're hurting yourself in the long run.
Yeah.
And that's also something Spark is trying to internalize with how he's treating his spell slots.
Yeah.
Since he is still thinking like, things might have
I'm at
gone
28.
There you go.
things might have
Closer.
gone different if he had just like smite it twice out the gate.
Mm.
Who knows?
Regret laying awake at night, unable to sleep. What does
Oh, I
Spark
feel
get
like-
on recovery as well? Does he get anything else back?
He gets his channel divinity back.
Cool.
Which he's also regretting how quickly he is consuming that recently. But yeah, most everything Paladin has comes
Is
back
long
on
rest.
long rest.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
I don't
that's
think
dumb.
Nefira gets anything back on a short rest other than hit points, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because your tattoo is a long rest, like everyone's. And then
Man,
And I haven't used
Spark
it,
needs
so.
to start getting resources because Chef has some good stuff, but
Oh! I still haven't picked out my
well,
feet.
Um,
Forgot
also,
about that.
during this time, can we try to have him mechanically figure out that it's Val? Since I
Yeah.
imagine if
I would
when-
say
it, like if Val came scurrying by, it's like, oh, and then a few moments later, it's like, wait, why am I fine now?
yeah, I would say it's starting to narrow it down to the familiar. So unsure if it is just the essence of it being that animal or if it's the actual nature of the creature as well. Maybe Spark just developed a sneezing
A
fit
ferret allergy.
to weasels.
Hey, Nefirin. Well, he looks over at Lulu and being like, okay, no sniffles.
I hope
Hey.
Lulu doesn't sneeze. I'm fucking
No,
drunk.
more
It should be so loud.
no sniffles to Spark.
Yeah.
Hey, Nefira, can you send Vendetta by me?
Yeah, of course.
And he holds out his arm.
Just a little push. Off it goes.
Oh. Okay, at least my sniffles weren't caused by being here. But I think I have a bad idea of what's causing them. I think I got an allergy to Val. Pip, can you please send Val towards me?
Yeah.
And when Val gets within 5 feet, he just kind of rubs his eyes and starts sniffling a little bit as he breathes. Yeah.
Oh no. Pops her out. She's gone.
Okay, and okay, wow, that D4 is biting me in the butt with the allergy
It said, "Hey,
thing.
we're gonna roll high, don't you? You said roll high tonight, right?"
Yeah. So I can do math. Roughly half a minute later, it clears. Wait a minute, did I accidentally get this set weighted? Hold on.
Oh no, my D4s.
Okay, it's rolled in stuff other than 4. Okay, we need to be mindful of that when we're going around. Sorry, Pip. I guess, if you ever need to resummon Val, if you don't mind, try like a bird and we can see if maybe it's just weasels? Would a familiar trigger normal animal allergies?
I didn't.
Morgan, we heard maybe half a word.
What's going on?
I feel like you haven't set your Discord sensitivity low enough. You need to go into that audio setting and move your the sensitivity to when it picks up your voice and move it down.
Okay, let's see.
Because you switched mics.
Oh, yeah, I sure did. Okay,
Because mine's at like -82, and that seems to work pretty well. Negative.
Sorry,
82.
don't mind me if I look off and melt slightly. I'm just looking at Kiki. Being an adorable little ball of chaos, but still resting.
You're right. It was on automatic. Can you hear me now better?
Yeah,
yes.
That should be better.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sick. Okay. I don't even remember what I said, honestly. I don't even remember.
Spark was like, hey, do you think familiars could trigger, like, animal allergy stuff? Like, if somebody was allergic to cats, would a cat familiar make them react?
I don't know. Great. Have you ever... You haven't been allergic to any animals, though, have you?
Not that I can think of, but
Have you ever been around another weasel? But this didn't happen before, right?
This hasn't happened before. I wouldn't be so... I think Anatoly joked offhandedly that maybe this plane is affecting my health. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe just from being here, something that I might have been close to developing was pushed into developing. This is table talk. Oh my goodness. Imagine you're like having a history of diabetes in your family and you just in this dimension take one extra bite of something sweeter than a ration and the dimension's like, congrats, you're type 2 now.
Yep.
Wait, but I was being careful about your health.
You can't even taste it for it to be worth it.
Yeah, it's like, I hope that extra bite was worth it. You now gotta live with this even when you're back on prime material.
Yikes.
Alright, so I guess I'll have to pay attention to where Val is. Sorry, Pip.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll be careful.
Oh.
I'm careful.
So I guess something I should probably do tonight, unless you think it will be useful.
Mhm.
I recently learned the ability to potentially. I'm more just smiling ahead of time because I know what I'm about to say is gonna prime Sly to spring out. Recently learned how to summon potentially a companion, but different than the three of yours. A mount to possibly use. It might help making traversing here slightly better, but I don't think it could hold all four of us. And it would take a lot out of me. So I don't know if it's better to maybe save that for when we're about to bed down.
I don't know.
That's such a Pip fucking answer. Spark's like, oh my god, that's a really tough magical question. Let me go to the wizard. And the wizard's like, hey man, you know, do you, bro?
That's tough.
Wizard is literally like, it's not my spell slot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's rough, buddy.
I guess I'm more asking because... And Spark kind of looks at Pippin, if you two would probably be the first ones to ride it.
Yeah. Why not you? It's yours.
Yeah, but Harris and I are able to move at a decent pace.
Oh. Yeah. Or we can... Nefir can piggyback on you, and I can piggyback on Eris, and then we can all ride it at the same time.
I don't think that will help with the weight. That's an interesting idea for space.
I think that's
And
a problem.
I don't have enough skill or material to even begin trying to figure out how to, like, build a cart or something.
I can't make a cart. I can make an illusion of a little one, but that's it. I don't think that would help.
I guess I'll wait for the long rest. That way... that way I'm not missing something that could be the difference in our... if we fight again today.
That's true.
Yeah, are all
Save your
y'all
energy.
okay?
I'm about
that did it was bad. It was really really bad.
Yes,
That seems like an understatement.
also, Pip and Nefira, sorry for not thinking to ask this before. The times that you've been knocked out, you have your life flash before your eyes, because that was an experience.
No, I saw nightmares.
That's a lot worse.
Maybe Spark's actually dying right now, and this is his nightmare.
Oh my god.
And then at the end of the campaign, it just comes back to the beginning.
Oh, goodness.
No!
But at least we'll have the beginning recorded.
Listen, Mads, don't hit us with that. It was all a coma dream theory.
No.
You know that stuff deflates the story.
I know. It'd be good for like 45 minutes of a session. It'd be fun. But after that, it's just like, no.
Sparks is like, deja vu. Am I in the Matrix?
What's the Matrix?
I know, my soul just said to say it.
My goddess told me.
It's that whole thing at the center of a plant.
Oh, the mitochondria.
No, not the powerhouse. Sorry, my brain just remembered like the whole cell matrix thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yes, that fluid helping keep everything flowing.
Eris is gonna look at Pip. Don't you have some kind of spell that gives you like that magic armor?
I do.
Cast it.
Why did you not have it up?
Because I haven't seen you use it since like we were on the material plane. It's probably a good idea.
I didn't expect us to get immediately into combat again.
Sorry,
Once we were, I didn't want to use my energy to cast spells to do that. I wanted to attack.
Pip, we're in hell
Okay.
now. We should be expecting to be attacked any minute.
Sorry, this is also the second time I might have been able to give us more advance warning on an ambush. I should be more proactive in using my ability to sense out, well, the presence or absence of holiness. Wake up from a long rest and Eris is like, pay your mage armor tax. Mark off your 2 first level spell slots. Be good for the whole day.
But yeah, as you all are kind of just resting and talking, towards the end of the hour, you see that when you look for her and see her, when it occurs to you to find her, Lulu's kind of sitting off towards the edge of the dome and is staring out towards the river and down into the canyon further. And eventually you hear, she doesn't turn around, but you hear in your head, those of you that can hear her, should we keep following this river? This part of the river? Nothing here looks familiar. I think we still need to go further away.
You said to keep the river on your... Oh, sorry. She's asking if we want to follow this branch of the river or go back up and follow the other branch. I guess I feel more comfortable following this branch since we'll have some more cover. Anybody else have thoughts?
But, I mean, we want to be following the branch that's going to get us places. Maybe we should go check out this other one in case Lulu remembers something useful.
That makes sense too. Nefira, you have any thoughts on which branch to follow?
Not particularly.
You hear Lulu go, I could always go fly up really quick and not risk, she pauses for a second, not risk falling up or down any hills that we might have to traverse. I could just fly up and see if I notice anything familiar, or if the rivers come back together, I could just see what I can see.
Just fly straight up, take a look, and fly right back down?
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Alright. And Spark will move, and it only lasts for a minute, but make good use of it, and give Lulu guidance.
Alright.
How high up is the ravine?
It's probably like 30 to 40 feet. It's not a super deep cut through the ground. Pip fell most of it, so like, you know, Pip fell 25 feet down.
Yeah, Eris is gonna get out her longbow just in case anything flies up to Lulu.
Get out her longbow and shoot Lulu in the middle of the air.
Not shoot Lulu!
Surprise!
The
betrayal we weren't expecting.
Alright, sounds good. Alright. It's a +4, Stu?
Plus D4.
No, her wisdom, because I'm doing perception.
Wisdom, yes, it's +4.
+4 plus D4.
Oh, right. You're probably like, Stu's got the combat stuff. I don't need to track the sheet.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a nat 20 for a 25.
Oh,
Perception.
thank you.
Lulu's got those little telescopes in her eyes.
Lulu just flies up and we hear something mechanical and it's like, what the heck is that?
Yeah. Eris, you track on your kind of with your longbow, as Lulu flies up, and she goes pretty high into the air above the ravine to kind of get a layout of the land, and then is up there for maybe a minute, kind of surveying before she dives back down into the ravine at fucking lightning speed. So it's so quick that you're like can't even keep track as she zooms. That breaks the sound barrier. Now she zooms back into the tiny hut, and as she kind of settles back down, she relays, "Well, nothing looked familiar from here. I think we just have to keep going forward. I'm fine following either. I think they will eventually reconvene, as these two are both too small to be the River Styx, as kind of I remembered just being way larger, kind of like it was back under El Terrell. So I guess it's, do we want to be out in the open more, or spend some time in this ravine and then later probably still out in the open? Sorry, I can't help more."
Lulu basically mentioned she's pretty sure it reconvenes, but she can't see anything in the immediate vicinity. She's good with either.
We go the ravine?
Yeah, the ravine to give us a few moments of cover. We can at least know where any attacks might come from if some of us keep our eyes peeled for ambushes at the ledges.
Mm-hmm.
That sound okay to everyone?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright, Pip, thank you for bringing up the dome.
For sure.
Now, give me 10 as Spark moves to start putting back on the plate mail that he had been airing out. And probably using... Actually, can he make like a small bit of one with Druidcraft?
Probably. A little fan, a little spray fan.
Yeah, it's more just to like...
Yeah, a little
push
dust.
it, more to push the scent like away.
Yeah.
Oh, also other thing, he'd probably make like little flower bracelets for all the gremlins with their favorite flowers and sequins, and hand them out.
As you finish making them and you hand them to each person, you all kind of look and see and start to put the bracelets on, and watch immediately as they start to crumble into just like black ashen powder, as the corrupting nature of Avernus does not allow for happiness.
Eris looks
So
at it,
sad.
she's like, dang, that's faster than usual.
She can't keep plants alive?
She's fire. Just the general ambient heat from her probably dries flowers out quickly.
Oh yeah, that's what
Needs
it
some-
did the last time she
whether-
got a flower from Spark.
I
It dried
wasn't
out
sure
so fast.
Whether take that faster than normal for just the general like natural nature of flowers dying, or because Eris can't keep a plant alive.
It's all of the above.
Okay, great.
But
I
yeah.
think Nefira is gonna like collect the ashes, the crumbled remains of the flowers, and stick it in a little vial in her pack.
Metal. Hell yeah. Alright.
Hey,
Desperate times
I-
call for
Do the
desperate
same
measures.
thing, though.
Yeah.
Spark's kind of like, I hate this plane so much.
Me too.
I don't know, maybe it's
That's-
making me like warmer than usual. That's kind of cool.
Eris is
Speaking of,
feeling what it's like to be warm inside.
Speaking of, do we? I mean, we could stay another 10 minutes. The dome's up for a long time.
Ew,
It's
but
nice and cool.
we'll have the dome again to sleep.
Yeah.
And if we spend too long here, that's longer that Ouchiro's in trouble.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time. I mean, that we have to get everyone out before the city hits the ground.
And quite
Yeah.
frankly, I just want to get out of here as soon as possible. The sooner we get going, the sooner we can get out of hell entirely.
Also,
An
look who
hour
decided
later,
to join me.
or an hour later, a year later, still
Oh,
in
God.
still in
Please
Elder.
no! We never
Listen,
leave.
it only was a real life year, not an in-universe one.
Yeah. But with that, y'all start to pack up your things and head down the kind of canyon, I guess, ravine. It's more of a ravine. With that, what is your all's marching order?
Ark's probably in front, keeping his eyes peeled.
If Sparks is in front, Eris will be in the back.
Should
She
we-
feels bad because her dad was like, protect your friends, and she's done a pretty crappy job of that so
Look,
far.
take two, alright? Take two.
Listen,
So, she's
this
watching
previous
out,
and
trying to keep
counter
everyone
also
safe.
kind of made Spark go, okay, not main tank material. Absolutely not main tank material.
It's a mindset.
Look, it's a mindset. It's a lifestyle, Spark.
It's a
You just wouldn't
lifestyle.
understand.
Yeah.
Actually, as somebody who knows people who play main tank, it absolutely is a lifestyle.
But alright, with that, Pip, you let the dome fade. I'll say Lulu is gonna be somewhere like to the middle back of the pack, kind of just hovering there for whatever. She can move quick. She's like a little hummingbird fluttering around, so she's pretty good to be wherever.
Just casually breaks the sound barrier.
Just super casual. Who is next to, I guess, Eris and Spark? Like, where Nefira and Pip then?
Yeah, where's the Furia?
I guess Nefira would be right behind Spark.
Classic. All right. Don't know why I
Yes.
asked.
Hand lingering down for her to reach up for it.
Yeah, a little handhold.
Then Pip is where he's at,
All right.
in the last place. Not the last place because Eris is there, but as in she is last in order, not in our hearts.
Okay, Pip, calm down.
Also, he cast Mage Armor.
All right,
Good.
fantastic.
Oh my lord.
Look at that. 8 hours to go.
Hours to go.
Old adventure and day ahead of us.
But
Oh my goodness. Pip's never gonna let Eris live this down if there is no combat for the remainder of this adventure and day.
She's not gonna
Very
let him.
well,
He can
before
certainly
the soldiers
try.
go.
He can certainly try.
But as you all head out further into this ravine, it kind of winds its way around the River Styx. You're not entirely sure what created it as the natural kind of erosion that would have been the River Styx doesn't really seem to be what caused this. You're sure it's some hellish entity that, probably carved a long gouge into the ground thousands of years ago and split the river. But as you traverse, you're walking and it's pretty hard to kind of judge the passage of time. The sky doesn't change. The scenery still kind of is just this winding along the river. It is...
Kiki, stop eating the mic.
She said, I want to be heard. There's kind of this like ashy dirt, making it very hard to just, it's like walking at the beach, like it just takes so much more out of you and it takes so much longer. But you continue to go, keeping the River Styx to your left as you wind your way through this this ravine. You know that you need to get Elturel far out of your sight if you even want to think about taking a long rest, and if you want to continue to kind of find something that might spark Lulu's memories. Every so often, off in the distance, you hear kind of a rumbling and vibrations kind of go through your feet as you imagine that perhaps another meteor has struck somewhere, but not close enough that you can see it. You focus on keeping the River Styx in your sight, but not too close, as you do not want to touch it. But after, maybe an hour, might be 30 minutes, might be 3 hours, it's really kind of hard to tell. You start to see kind of a dead tree or two, kind of coming out of the embankment, the kind of sides of the ravine. And maybe
I'm sorry if this is too distracting.
No, you're good. And maybe like a few blades of grass. Like actual green grass, not like dusty, like tumbleweeds, not kind of this straw, kind of like real grass. As you keep going, you see more kind of plants, still small, but green trees, kind of not looking healthy, but definitely green, kind of begin to dot the walls of the canyon. And as you kind of look ahead at where the path kind of curves, you can slightly see what, if your eyes aren't deceiving you, might look like a garden? A semi-lush garden?
Hey, you all are seeing this too, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's good to see plants again, but a little suspicious.
Spark's gonna insight check this
He's
because
gonna insight check the plants and go up to a
He's
plant and be
gonna-
like, "What are you about, motherfucker?"
he didn't prepare to speak with plants. It's more insight check the general vibe of the area.
So, a perception check?
Oh, fair point. Still the same.
Is that not an insight check of the area?
You're right.
But I have
He's-
advantage on insight.
I have proficiency in insight. Sorry, guidance, brain.
Mm-hmm.
Am I tired? Is that clear? Oh. Heck. I think this is the best one I've rolled tonight. +3. 25 total!
25 total. As you kind of stop and look around at the plants, kind of look down at some of the kind of trees that are growing out of the side of the area, you gather that you all are very correct to be suspicious. No one said that Avernus was known for its lush plant life, but also you know very well that Avernus is, I mean, it's hell. There's going to be something off about this. But for what you can tell, it looks like it is actually real plant life. Like, it's not, you can touch, it's not a mirage. You can look and see that the soil is reacting how you would expect kind of plants to be, although there has to be something magical about this in order to keep them alive in these conditions.
You think a druid ended up here and made a living space for themselves?
I mean, I
But
guess
your
that's
flowers
possible.
died, like, immediately.
I am a novice at that skill set. This would probably be the work of a veteran, if not a master. Actually, while we're within this space, Spark's gonna try to, like, Druid craft a flower and kind of count to 10 in his head to see if it stays or does the usual thing.
Roll me a d20.
Oh wow, it could actually be an area thing. 11.
You count to 10, and it seems to stay a flower. And then when you stop counting, as in just a little bit longer than, not the fact that you were counting, but a little bit longer than 10 seconds, it does eventually start to shrivel, but it does not turn to dust like ash like the ones before.
Spark will move to walk outside of like the threshold they're standing in, probably.
Okay,
Like
so
back
also
into
just
Avernus
so
proper.
just so you know, I have not had you all go toward like into the actual area yet. I'm just saying you see like a lush garden off in the distance. This is just dottings of plants near it. So even with this
probably
proximity, you notice that
Walk
with
away
that.
from the area with all the plants.
How
to, like,
far?
No more than 30 feet from the group.
Okay.
And then just kind of like stick his arm out far to see if this is like a bubble of magical energy kind of thing.
Yeah. As you kind of step back away, you notice that. Do you cast a new druid craft, or do you?
New druid craft.
You see it dies quicker. Not as immediate as when you did the bracelets. It seems to be a gradual as you get away from this area. Because I'm assuming you moved away. You said you moved away
Yes,
from it, right? Yeah.
Moved away. Oh, and Spark kind of looks back at Pip. It's like, okay, whoever set this up and he kind of moves the flowers to kind of in his hands to gesture to what he had just done. It seems to be keeping these alive longer than in the dome.
Cool.
Hopefully, whoever's here will be nice and willing to share information if they have any. Nefira? I know you're probably gonna do this without me asking, but please keep your ears out, and if anything feels suspicious, tell Eris or I.
Of course.
Thank you.
Or me.
Spark to the paranoid one, being like, hey, if your paranoia's tripped,
Let us know.
yeah.
And I
Me
guess
too.
a friendly reminder that because of my dagger, I literally cannot be surprised.
All right. So,
Oh, true.
with
Pip
that,
can quickly let us know without disturbing it. Sorry, I forgot about that, Pip.
Yeah, so
Okay.
me and any of my companions within 30 feet of me cannot be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep.
Man,
And
who needs
The weapon
alert
magically awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins. So
imagine
there's
if
also that.
imagine though if your dagger was just like also super paranoid and it was like danger, and it just kept waking you up, but it was like a fly. Like how fucking annoying that would be.
Listen,
That's the
Dagger
first item I'm gonna give
Really,
someone.
Like, just alarm.
this is,
Yeah,
this is
it
why
is
we're
alarm.
happy the dagger is non-sentient.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, I was so scared. Everyone wake up.
But I would love Nefira's dagger to be sentient, though. Please.
Listen, give the
Personally, I
Nefira
feel like it is. I headcanon that it is. just
So,
a little bit.
hexblade level for Nefira.
Right. But yeah, what are y'all doing as are you keeping your same kind of marching order as you see this kind of canopy-esque, whatever you want to call it, garden does kind of lend itself to still kind of, maybe two of you could walk side by side, but it'd probably be easier to traverse. It's not a garden in the sense of like beautifully manicured hedges. It's, got greenery.
Listen, Sparks appreciating this on like so many levels between
Yeah.
devoted worships a nature goddess, took a level in druid,
Mm-hmm.
and prefers
forests.
performs semi-tamed nature at most.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure if he saw a, like, perfectly manicured suburbia, he'd kind of be like, what's wrong with all of you?
That sparks hell.
Suburbs.
Suburbs. But yeah.
And hey, there's another bit of contrast because I'm a suburb kid.
But yeah, as you all
But I don't
start
like
off,
perfectly manicured capitalist lawns.
as you all start off into this kind of garden space, you see that the River Styx still winds its way alongside, just cutting through the garden area. It's kind of a winding path. You see it's still contained within this ravine, a winding path of kind of, I wouldn't even say poorly kept trees. These are just overgrown trees that at one point might have been a more manicured kind of area. But greenery nonetheless. As you are walking and about to enter into the area, you see that kind of clash of the red sky with the green is a very odd sight. And you wonder if it might be good that there's actually not so much green, as green and red together are real harsh colors. But nonetheless, you kind of enter in and start winding your way through this path, so to speak. It's still following the ravine. Probably after about 5 or 10 minutes of walking, you see like off to kind of the right, what looks to be kind of a broken sundial and a few columns that have now since toppled it like off to the path as well. A little bit more structure. And as you kind of round the corner, Nefira, your dagger flashes immediately as out of the kind of ground comes a giant vine that whips around, and it just narrowly misses you. As I need everyone to roll initiative.
Great.
As you
And
were
I will
unable to be
ask-
surprised by this creature.
I'm glad I mentioned that. And
I had it written down
I will-
that your dagger would warn you, because its very specific thing is that it looks like a tree. So
And as soon as like the dagger
And here I
flashes, I
was
will
about
shout
to-
a warning to everyone else.
yeah.
Be like, hey y'all, can we take 10 so I can ritually cast detect magic?
No need. The magic's coming for you. But yeah, we will go ahead and give me those initiatives, and then we will take a quick bathroom break and come back at the start.
Spark rolled a fat 9
Oof. With modifier?
with modifier.
All right.
The blue D20 decided healers should go last in initiative,
Maybe.
but buffers should go first.
Maybe you roll that.
Eris got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, and then I have advantage.
So it might just be my
This one's
dice
better.
tray, because Lulu, fully spent on her spell slots. Oh, she has a flat dex 4.
Okay, Lulu, doing great, girl. Love
Thank
the
God
energy.
for thank God for advantage, and that is a 16 plus 3 is 19.
19.
Hey,
I can do math.
Hey, Dice,
12.
Dice, please don't do this to me. I don't have birthday inspiration anymore.
All right. And with that, we will take a quick break, coming back top of the round with Eris. All right, so as this vine kind of whips out from the kind of tree cover and recoils pretty quickly, Nefira, you manage to dodge out of the way and point out the...
Okay, question.
Picture?
Is it like this one? This vine?
Nope, I'm moving it onto the
Oh.
map.
Okay.
Could be
Why
that
is the
vine.
plant attacking
God.
us?
Could be that vine, but it is that one. As
Oh,
you all see,
that one?
yes.
It's so far. Okay.
Oh, it's The camouflage.
Uh-huh. And so with top of the round, Eris, you're up. Nefira on deck
Yeah.
as this plant just narrowly avoided a surprise attack on your party thanks to Nefira's dagger, as it looks exactly like a vine to a tree.
Mads, where's Lulu's token?
Ooh, yes. Let me get our girl.
I-
I forget about her
say
every
that-
time.
I mean, that's almost like half her shtick.
I know, right? Oh God, why is Lulu's token do this so often? Okay.
I
will
say
get
that,
Lulu's
like,
token
it's super
out.
important. Like, she isn't just going to be, I don't know, giving people advantage and maybe taking
put
the
her right
dodge
there.
action.
Can you see her, or is she on the wrong layer?
I can't see.
She's on the
her.
wrong layer.
She is on the wrong layer.
All right. But yeah, I will move her over. Eris, go ahead and do what you're gonna do.
Okay. Would I be able to get to the plant in 30 feet with all of these things around?
You'd have to make an acrobatics check to vault kind of that base of the column is kind of like, hip height, and you'd really have to vault over it.
Okay,
Otherwise, you're gonna have
sure.
to. You can get around Lulu. Lulu's not an issue. You can go
Yeah.
under her, but everyone else you might have to kind of.
Yeah.
Dodge and
I
weave.
guess I'll try
I
to
feel like I
be
would've-
cool and
Yeah.
acrobatic check.
Dodged the plant and come to like there.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah, you can be there from dodging the plant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
makes
okay, that's pretty good. For acrobatics, that's an 18.
Yeah, you easily kind of do one of those cool run and put your hands and then swing your legs through a little
Yeah.
parkour moment. As
Eris
you,
doesn't do parkour!
Eris does parkour now.
Oh no!
I told you it would happen.
Eris has finally done it.
But I'd say you can get here, and that counts as 10 feet. So you didn't lose any
Okay.
movement.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, I go up to the plant, and I am going to pink flame blade it to see if it's vulnerable to fire.
Great.
I'm happy I wasn't the only one thinking that.
Alrighty, that's pretty good if I say so myself. 21.
21 to hit. That hits.
Yep. Cool. So it does a D8 piercing damage and a D8 fire damage,
All right.
and then I add my attack. Okay.
Oh yeah, Pink Flame Blade is
So,
weird about how it scales with level.
It's 9 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 5 points of fire damage.
Awesome. Yeah,
And
you
it seemed to not like the fire more.
you stab into this, and very much as a hellish vine, it appears to do less damage with fire.
No!
As you do 3 points of damage with the fire.
Okay, so it just seems resistant. to
It seems
fire.
resistant
Cool.
to fire.
All right, we'll just hack this plan up then the old-fashioned
All right,
way.
yeah.
All right, good to know I won't start a forest fire today. That's
Oh
probably
heck,
happened
that is
in the
actually
past.
a good worry.
I'll have to roll for it, but
Your favorite thing to do and don't starve.
I mean, listen, there's a reason I'm not allowed to make charcoal and don't starve. The rare times I have enough energy to actually play.
It does take energy.
Oh, I mean, that survival games are always kind of hit or miss for me, but I'm also detracting.
All right. Anything else from you, Eris? Or are you doing just that one
I
attack?
don't know if I can get in a more advantageous spot with all of these plants. I mean, oh, and I also can't move that much more. I think I have 5 feet of movement left.
Yeah, I guess you could move up, probably. It would be a bit harder
Yeah,
to move.
Yeah, so I'll move up a little bit in case that gives other people better spots.
Yeah. All right. With that, are you letting people know what you know about this fire?
No one else in this party really
I was
does fire
about to say,
damage.
do
so
any
I
of us
was
do
like,
fire?
I don't think she thinks it's worth it to
All right.
mention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Not even just
Yep.
to know.
I don't know, it feels like a personal problem. So
Wow.
I mean, we could also probably see the fact that the fire didn't really catch.
And that Eris looks a little irritated. She
Yeah.
likes setting things on fire.
All
Most
right.
of the time.
With that,
Mhm.
it is Nafira's turn.
All
Totally
right.
didn't set a forest fire. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Nefira is probably going to run all the way up here and slash it with my magic dagger in one hand, and then like.
Also, that would be more than 25 feet of movement, so you'd have to use part of your
How's it-
bonus action, because you were here. 5, 10,
Yeah, but I was
15,
counting.
20, 25? 25, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't think you can get there without using a bonus action dash.
Wait, where's that little measuring?
No, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
Because I was just counting it. If I went more like diagonal.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, because from where I was, it's about like
Yeah.
25 to get like right here is what I had counted.
Okay.
Good old non-Euclidean.
Yeah.
I can speak D&D.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Which
Do a
dice
zigzag about it.
will do the best for me because my hit points are back up, so don't do me dirty. All right. Come on. I'm gonna stab this thing. Magic.
Does not sound like you stabbed well.
I'm looking for my modifier and then gotta do a little math.
What's your modifier to
It's
stab?
a 14 plus 7. So that's like 21?
That's like 21.
That hits.
21?
Sly, we just rolled the
Okay.
same thing twice in a row because I also got a 16 on initiative plus my dex for my.
Nice.
What the heck?
Love that. That's fun.
All right, yeah.
All right.
So you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay. Alright. That's a D4. Let's try this D4. And because I don't get sneak attack, do I? Even though I'm right next to my
You do.
ally.
You get sneak
I was
attack.
about to say, isn't Eris on top of the thing?
Not
Yeah,
technically.
so, like,
I mean, this is the token that it's encompassing. This is just decoration.
Okay.
Map decor. Because I said we
So
gotta
that's-
have vines on a map where vines are attacking you.
3 plus 4 so
7.
that's 7 for the initial damage, and now sneak attack. Should still be
7 plus...
3d6. Yay.
At least this time I didn't hit y'all with a taste of high power.
Where's my other d6? There it is. That's the one I want. A 6, a 5, and what's this one? A 3.
14.
So plus 14 on top of the 7. Oh hey, 21 again.
Seriously? Oh, that's hilarious.
Nice. Yeah, you and Eris run up and are stabbing and hacking at this kind of viney plant that you see now has what looks like fingers or like leafy hands attached to it.
I mean, still just as bad.
Anything else from you, Nafira?
Can I make an offhand attack with my other dagger in the other hand?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, I love it when I get to do that.
Isn't that why you're
Alright.
potentially taking a big neg?
Honestly, you should take that dual wield.
I really want to. It's right now. I'm really debating between dual wielding or the skilled feature.
Yeah.
I like the skilled feat.
Oh my-
Mhm.
Mad's fear if
This is
Nafira
a
takes
great
the
roll,
skill
right?
feat.
I know. Yeah.
All right, that is a 13. Does that hit?
13 hits.
Yes.
It's a plant.
All right.
It's not wearing
so
armor.
HP.
Okay. So that is because it's a dagger. That's another D4. No sneak attack, right?
Nope, you just get a D4, a straight D4.
Alright. That is a 2.
2.
And do I
Alright.
add the +4 or plus
No,
3
because-
because it's regular?
No, because that's what you get when you take proficiency.
So sad. But okay, that's an extra 2
All right.
damage.
Listen,
Great.
damage is damage.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right. And with that,
Oh,
I
right.
believe
its
that
turn,
is-
probably.
your turn. The rest of your turn, Nafira. Action, bonus action, movement.
Yep.
All right. All right. So, with that, the vine is going to lash out at Nafira. And it's going to make an attack. Ooh. 15 to hit.
I'm gonna use my cloak.
AC.
I'm gonna use my cloak. I've never
Hell
got to
yeah.
use it before to add a +3 bonus to Nafira's AC. So it's an
Beautiful.
18 now.
Yes!
Yay! I finally get to use it.
As that,
Thank you.
as the vine kind of whips out towards Nafira, Eris, you swirl your cloak, kind of catching the vine off guard and kind of like shooting it off to the side of Nafira. Very nice.
Thank you.
And with that, over here, a fun little friend joins the party.
No.
No.
As the one that didn't originally attack, is going to make an attack. Actually, no, it is going to. Let me get my things. Oh my god, I have so many things up. Pip and Spark. As the two of you are standing there, the ground starts to erupt as vines come out of the ground. I need both of you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, I'm so
Oh, no.
strong. I'm the strongest
Come
little boy in the whole
You
world.
might have beat Spark because the dice are like, ooh, combat? Time to be comedy.
No, it's
12 total.
Alright.
Holy cow. I got an 18.
Alright, with that, so where these plants are, it is difficult terrain. Spark, you are restrained until you make an athletics check to free yourself. You cannot, your speed is 0, you cannot move. Attacks against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Pip, you managed to just kind of worm your way out, being tinier. And this space, if you want to move, is still difficult terrain, so it will have your movement, but you can otherwise move as is appropriate, and that will be that plant's turn, which...
Is Lulu good, or is she, like, floating?
Lulu's in the air.
I'll say Lulu's in the air. They cannot reach her. Let me just mark this guy down as B. And with that, it is now Pip's turn. Spark on deck.
Incredible.
Now, Spark knows what he's doing with his turn.
Yep.
Is this column too tall for me to climb?
The column was hip height for Eris, so it would
So
be
is
a climb.
that-
And I would say with difficult terrain, it would be a struggle to get up and over that, as the vines are also now encasing this column as well.
Cool. In that case, 10. Yeah, use 10
Pip
feet
trying
of
to
my
copy
movement.
Eris.
Yep, there
Now
it goes
Eris
again.
is the one being copied.
Never. Eris is an original. She cannot. Yeah. 10 feet of movement there. That's essentially half my movement. Essentially my full movement right now. Targeting this boy right here with a second level witch bolt.
All right, go for it.
Let's go for it, indeed. Alright. Cool new magic dice. Tate, thank you very much. I just got a nat 20 about that plus 9.
Hey, look at that. I think that hits.
Incredible.
That
Okay,
is
too bad that
huge
wasn't
with the
damage.
witch bolt.
Oh wait, that's a crit to hit.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. So what is that again? What's that situation? I've only never
Roll
done that
and
twice
double the
in my
die.
life. This is the second time.
Roll your die
6.
like normal, and then double the number on the die.
Okay. D12s. It's a 3 and a 12. Which is 15, 30 damage.
And what is the type of damage?
Lightning.
Ooh.
Lightning.
All right.
Does it have resistance?
It does not. As you hurl that witch bolt, you see that it does full damage to this creature.
6.
Huge.
Anything else from you, Pip?
Just being cool and helpful. And if I push Spark out of the range of the vines, like out of the vines, would it do anything helpful?
Oh.
Or would I even be able to do that?
I believe.
What?
I think you can. There is something very specific
Would it
in.
be like disadvantage?
It is with something different between grappled and restrained. I believe you can move someone out of grappled. I do not believe you can move someone out of restrained. Spark, it says it, or Stu, it says it in the condition, I believe, if you can pull it up. I believe in the grappled condition, because it does not state that you can in the restrained, but I recall grapple very specifically talks about like a thunder wave, because I've used that as a player to move someone outside of a thing.
The condition grapple. Okay, grapple specifies that the effects end if forced movement takes it out of range, but
unfortunately this is you are restrained, not grappled. So in this case it would not work, but keep that in mind for a grapple in the future.
Definitely.
all right. So taking the fact
there
that
anything
it's
else?
specified. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you mean by it's not specified in restrained, and that's a fair ruling to be like, since it
I
doesn't
think
give the example.
restrained is a more severe grapple is what I kind of gather by it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I agree with that reading.
So anything else, Pip?
Nope, I only have 2 bonus actions. I
Wait,
can't
could
use
it
zero, so we'll use the level spell.
potentially give Spark advantage if it's Pip pushing at the same time that Spark's trying to pull himself free? It wouldn't just fold and undo it? Or even that you'd rule against?
I think that would kind of fall under the help action, which requires a full action to do.
Fair
and
enough.
Pip did a crit. Leave the boy alone.
Yeah, Pip did enough this
Let him
turn.
speak.
But if that's all from you, Pip, Spark, you're up. Lulu on deck.
Yeah, Spark's gotta spend his turn trying to get out. He can't do much of anything with these plants holding him down.
Alright, so you need to make an athletics check.
And that's his action, right?
It is, yes, in order...
Hold on, let me just check cast time on guidance. 1 action. Okay, I can't double up.
No, it says you must use an action to break free.
Alright. Please, dice. That's better. How's a 16 treat him?
16's fine. You're free. It is still difficult terrain, but you are managed to cut your way out of a few of these, and you can take 10 feet of movement to get there.
Wait, is Pip still within the area of effect?
Pip is, but he is just within the difficult terrain portion, not the plant portion.
Will he have to remake a save at the top of his turn?
You are unsure?
Great.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25... Actually, wait, he would need his action to, like, pull Pip forward out, right?
Yeah.
Oof. Wait, couldn't Pip have just pushed himself?
Pip could have kept moving.
He could have done this thing, you know? Wait, no,
Pip-
I don't think I can use it on myself, actually.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
thought
can
it's-
move it on yourself. To move
that
yourself.
stinks.
Yeah.
Can I do it on the vines?
No, they're attached to the ground.
Oh, I hate that.
Alright. Action. He can't do much with his bonus action. He will probably still move between the other plant and Pip, though, with most of his movement.
Cool.
And yeah, that's his turn.
All right. With that, it is Lulu's turn. Then back top of the round.
Oh, Mads, Lulu is locked to you.
Oh my god, Lulu, you're so difficult. Hold on, I'm moving this plant so I can get to Lulu.
That's fair.
I'm free.
All right, plant back.
Oh.
And Lulu moved. Can Lulu reasonably get to this position? Let's talk in movement and more talk in, like, terrain.
I don't think she can. That would be in the trees. I don't think she would be able to provide. Like here and here are both in tree branches pretty significantly. Like you can't
She
really
probably
stand
couldn't
there
get
or
there.
be there. Yeah. No connect 4 for Eris. Sorry.
Lulu will probably ping Eris as like, sorry, the tree branches are too thick.
Flight path is
And-
flight path.
My
You
heart.
got to evade the tree branches.
And Lulu will probably stay near the boys.
Yeah. Hang out with the
Then-
lads.
She can't do anything much to help the ladies out with
Yeah.
giving them advantage.
And
Oh,
she's out of.
sorry. My brain's just like roars night, giving each other advantage on killing plants.
Eris's favorite thing to do. All right. With that, we
Wow.
are back top of the round. Eris, Nefira on deck.
Is it? This is probably going to be a no, but is it possible?
Y'all are
for
really
me to
pushing
get
things tonight.
Flanking with Nefira. It's okay if not. I'll just roll my regular attack.
No, you would be.
That's what I thought.
You'd be hacking your, like, macheting your way through a tree and then trying to attack. It
that's
would
okay.
not work.
That's okay. Alrighty, let's just go for some attacks then.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, good. This one probably hits 24.
No, sorry.
No, sorry.
Yes,
Listen,
that hits.
Yay! 13 points of damage.
Nads, we know
Yeah.
the power of flanking.
I know.
And then I'm gonna go again.
Oh my god, my
Good. That is a dirty 20.
solid.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Yay! 14 points of piercing damage. How
Very
does it look?
nice.
Oh wait, heck, I just realized. Hey, where's Val?
She's not here.
She's hanging
Oh,
out.
you have
it
Val
still
in
looks
the
fine.
pocket dimension.
It looks fine.
Looks maybe bloodied if a plant can be. It's oozing.
It
Okay.
looks sappy.
It looks
Hey.
It's oozing?
Okay, I'm gonna,
No,
I'm
it's-
gonna have my turn end there. I'm gonna
Great.
hold on to my action surge for now.
Sounds good. All right, with that, Nefira, you're up.
Let's just stab it again with the dagger.
Yeah, go for it.
We are just hacking and slashing.
You should name 2 of your daggers hacking and slashing.
I like
Hack
that.
and slash.
That is such a good idea.
And that is a 2.
Ooh.
No. I will very clearly
Plus
say that
7.
no. A 9 does
I
not hit.
imagine I
It's
imagine
a
its
plant,
AC
but
is
it's a
above
little
10.
thicker. It's a little thicker than that, you know? It's like a whole arm.
Well,
With a
I'm
hand.
gonna swing again with my offhand.
All right, go for it.
That's an 11
Plus.
plus 6.
Yes, that hits.
Yay.
Give me that
At least it gets
D4.
sneak attack.
You do get sneak attack.
Yay!
As sneak attack is
No.
once per turn.
And that is once again a 3. Alright.
All right,
So,
3
3.
plus.
I need more space over here.
We got a 6, a 4, and a 4.
So
10,
17
4,
total.
17.
Yeah.
All right.
And sadly,
Nice.
no dex mod, but you know what?
Hey, that sneak attack, still good.
Yeah.
All right.
That still does work.
Anything else from you, Nafira?
That's basically all I can do. So,
All right. And so with that, the first vine is going to make a attack against Nafira again. That was cocked.
why me?
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
I'm
D.
sorry, I can't.
I
can't
wonder.
protect you from that.
Oh, hey, you still have your reaction.
That's true. All right. And so with that, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and are grappled.
Uncanny dodge.
All right. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage and are grappled still.
Ah.
Like that. We're back down
That's,
to 22.
That's real bad for us.
Mhm. Oh wait, so what does that mean that I am grappled?
So grappled, your speed is 0, and basically, you are grappled, but you are also restrained, which means attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So basically, you're going nowhere, and basically your hands are like, arms are to your side. Anything you try to do is going to be difficult.
Fun. Love that for me. That's wonderful.
All right, and with that, that ends the first creature's turn, and the second is going to make an attack against Pip.
Why the little ones, guys?
Maybe you both did the most damage to them so far, and they don't like that. Have you considered that it
No.
hurt their feelings?
No.
Plants
I
have
didn't consider that
feelings?
the plant had feeling. I'm sorry that the hand plant has feelings.
That's a nat 20.
What happened? Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Tracy's.
No!
You know?
No!
You know? It's
Oh,
fair. It's only
no.
fair.
So you take, let me get this. 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are
Sounds like-
grappled and restrained.
Oh, awesome! I love that.
that's...
14.
I hope Pip rolled well on hit dice during the short rest.
He rolled okay. I could have spared one more, but he was fine. Grappled and restrained.
And with that, it is now Pip's turn. Pip, at the top of your turn, you take 66 poison damage for being grappled.
I'm sorry, how much poison?
66.
No!
Hey,
That is
Can you
23.
stop smirking like that?
That is
does
23
absorb
points of
elements
poison
work on
damage.
poison?
And guess what, guys?
I
Does
do
it
not
so?
think absorb elements might work on poison. Pip, double
Oh,
check. I think it
shoot.
might just
Oh my
be
God.
acid, though. If I am
Let me
remembering
see.
correctly, it might
I
just
also
be
think
acid.
it's just acid.
Yep, acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder.
Heck.
Oh no, no, no,
No.
no.
22, you said?
23 points, which
Oh.
I do
Well, it
believe.
doesn't matter anyway. He's down. He had 15 left.
Now, this is an issue because where does top of the round fall with making your death save? Does it fall before my top of the round?
I think
death
death
is
save
first.
takes precedent over everything else at
Because
top of
because you
round.
can get that nat 20 and have a full turn.
Yeah,
I
I think
concur.
death save
Um,
is priority 0, and all the other top of the rounds are like priority 0.5.
all right.
So, I make death save now?
No, you
No,
will
next
next
round.
turn.
Basically, Mads is trying to figure out
Where
are
it
you
falls
going
on
to
what top of the
auto-fail
round.
2 death saves
Yeah.
and then make yours, or are you going to make yours and then if it's anything but the nat 20, auto-fail 2?
Alright, so, we will say Pip's turn is done. And with that, it is Spark, Lulu on deck.
Spark's gonna try to pull Pip out of this.
Alright, that is going to be... Let's see, I guess... okay, the grapple is contested, so I believe it's strength versus... Or the... You get to choose, right? And
Right.
Strength, and... Why does it my... Hold on. Let me pull up the grapple.
I think it's...
I don't think it's contested, actually. I think you just have to be a DC that is set for this creature. So,
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me that strength check.
Okay, that's good. Dice, thank you. 19 total.
You are able to reach your hands in past these kind of clawing hands that you now see have like
Get off him.
talons
Get
attached
off him.
and had dug into Pip's body. You're able to rip Pip free and
I hate this.
move wherever you would like.
Does Pip have his movement speed by carrying him, or is it full because Pip is a small creature?
I'd say you can have Spark has his full movement because Pip is smaller and you can drag him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Bonus action, healing word.
Where do you want Pip? On what side of you? That one?
Pip would be behind Eris.
Behind Eris. Okay.
He moves
Protect
Pip
it.
from... He'd probably have Pip in his hands the whole time. He's
Yeah,
like,
literally dragging his little body. But Pip's
Yes,
feet
like-
were just like on the ground.
like, get up, buddy. Oh, thank you. So his wisdom mod isn't as good, but that's 6 points of healing to Pip.
Sick. That's... Uh-huh.
You okay?
No.
That's fine. Hopefully we're out of its range, and that is Spark's turn.
All right, wonderful. Pip is back conscious and will not be.
We don't need to worry
making
about that in this
some
instance.
death saves. All right, Spark's turn. Lulu.
Noom.
All right, Lulu's gonna zoom over to where everyone else is, and with that,
Yeah, she can't get in there to try to attack.
yeah. All right. With that, it is Eris's turn. Eris, you were busy fighting this creature, heard a bunch of shit go down behind you as Pip yelled out, getting struck by what appeared to have been another vine, and you heard some CPR happening behind you as
Yeah,
Pip and Spark sprint over to
Actually,
you.
wait. Can Spark look over at Eris, see Nefira in that same back? Eris, get Nefira out!
I'd say, yeah, you could easily, as you were running, like,
Oh,
don't
God.
let it grab you, don't let it grab you.
Okay. Well, considering that, yeah, I guess I will help try to see if I can get Nefira out.
Yeah, so
Um,
go ahead and make a
okay.
strength check to pull Nefira free.
You know, it stinks that these aren't saves.
They are not.
All right. That is 18. No, that's the same. Sorry, I looked at my athletics, but I don't have proficiency, so it's the same. 18.
Yeah, you were able to pull Nefira free from its grasp.
Cool. Action search. 2 more attacks to this plant.
Go for it.
You know, that's really great you saved the action surge.
30, 20. Yeah, I'm glad I
Yeah,
did.
that hits.
Okay, cool. Let me pull back up my action thing.
My action thing.
Yeah. Now I'm rerolling that. There we go.
Y'all, I'm real happy Spark didn't
11
Misty
points
step
of
out of
piercing.
the vines.
And then I'm gonna make my second attack.
All right.
It's dirty 20 again.
Sorry, how much was the first damage?
Oh, 11.
11. Okay. Dirty Toy again hits.
Yep. 9.
9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
It is still up, looking hacked to shit. But
Yeah, what can
still
I say?
up.
Eris is good at killing plants.
It was foreshadowing.
It was foreshadowing.
All right. And with that, it is Nefira's turn. Nefira, you are free from its grasp. What are you doing?
Oh, yay. I'm free from its grasp. I'm going to slash at it again.
Go for it.
Wait, hold on, I just realized. Hey, Morgan, did you get your pack slot back?
Yeah.
Something you have might come in clutch. I'm trying not to backseat, but like, hey, nudge, nudge, look at your warlock list.
False life.
I mean, yes, that would come in handy too, but something else might.
Bro, hey. Hi. Nice to meet you. I have no idea what you're talking about unless you directly tell me.
Oh, Hex can give you disadvantage on checks if these are strength checks to resist being pulled out. Hex might actually come in clutch with making it harder for these things to grapple us or keep us grappled.
For real?
It's checks.
Again,
ability checks, not saves, which normally isn't a thing.
is worthless.
But
This
yeah,
is.
with that, Nefira,
But hey,
what are you doing?
it's your spell list. Do with it as you will.
It moved and then
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
can
see
do
it.
that.
Okay. That is a much better roll. Than last time. Let's see. With a 17 plus 7 to stab this plant with my magic dagger.
You can stab that plant.
I'm stabbing.
Is that the name of
the
this
heck out of this
episode?
plant.
Stab that plant.
Stab that plant.
This episode's just titled Plants.
Plant.
Love them or hate them.
All right. And I have sneak attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Love that. I'm just rolling all the dice at once. Let's go. Ooh, that's a 4 on the D4. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
So that's 8 initial damage. And then we've got a 6, a 5, and a 2.
6, 5, 2, 11, 13, you said 8. 21.
Very nice. How do you want to do this?
Woo!
I'm just gonna, like, can we pretend that I can see, like, the root? And then just, like,
yeah. It is kind of all a root.
slash it off. Just, like, completely sever it from
yeah.
the root. And
You just hack at it until you finally break through its tough exterior and just chop the vine straight in half. All right.
With a nice, lovely magic dagger.
Beautiful. And with that,
I'm updating my kill count. It is now at 33.
anything else from you, Nefira?
I don't think so.
All right. So it is now the other vine's turn. It is going to.
Oh, well, in that case, can I use my bonus action to slash at the other vine?
It is not. It is all the way over.
We are out of range.
It is over here.
I was thinking it'd be like these.
No, this is the other actual entity, as you could.
I mean, you can take the dodge action as a bonus action if you think it's gonna try to avenge its ally.
I shall dodge then.
All right. So with that, it is going to.
Can rogues dodge as a bonus action?
They can.
Yeah.
Really?
They can dodge and
dodge, disengage, or dash.
No, it's all the
or hide.
I get all the stuff. It's
and
fun.
you get to you can hide as well.
This is part of why like a 2-level dip in rogue is huge for basically everyone. I think monk's the only one where it gets kind of dubious, but then it's like, oh, if you're Kensei, you get sneak attack, and you don't need to use a key point for Step of the Wind.
No,
All
it
right.
says action. You can take a bonus action to use dash, disengage, or hide.
My
guess you
confusion.
cannot dodge.
Sorry about that,
No,
Sly.
I thought I could dodge because I know I have been.
Yeah, but I
before.
think it's because I was incorrect.
we-
No, it says dodge.
Brain.
It says dodge. Attack.
All right.
Dash, disengage, dodge.
Hold on.
That could be action, not bonus action.
No, that's action, yeah. Where's bonus action?
PHB. That's just.
It's not on here.
It's
features and
then. 24. Thank you, Tates, for possibly catching the confusion from both me and Mads.
Yeah,
It doesn't say on here at all about bonus actions. It
it
used
should.
to.
It should.
It
if you
used to.
click
Where does it
bonus
go?
actions.
Oh, there it is.
And in action,
Bonus
you can
actions.
take combat to dash, disengage your ride. Okay, yeah, no dodge.
No dodge.
Sorry
Alright,
about that.
so you can dash or
No!
disengage, but you're. If you want to stay here, you can. If you want to move, you could, or whatever's Nefira would do.
I guess I conflated some monk stuff with some rogue stuff. Oops.
That's annoying. I missed my dodge action. I like my dodge action.
That's fair.
Alright. Can we just
Multi-class
since
into
we've
monk.
been using it, can
No.
we just keep using it? House rules?
No, now that it's been cleared up.
Dang it. Okay.
Just
I don't know, there
multi-class
isn't
into monk.
anywhere I can move, really.
Yeah. Alright, so with that, that'll end Nefira's turn. It'll be the other Vine's turn. It is going to move all of its fast movement of 5 speed forward. And it is going to recast Entangled Vines.
Ah,
No,
crap.
it's not.
Wait,
Well,
No,
it's
why
not
did we clump
casting.
up?
It's not a cast, it is just a thing it can do.
Oh no.
So I need everyone in that area to make a strength saving throw, please, and thank you.
Oh, yes. 'cause
Oh,
this is
thank
so my
goodness, 22.
specialty.
Well, last
All right.
time.
My dice have not been treating me very well today,
Listen,
so...
Spur can just start pulling y'all out.
Is 13 enough?
I have an 11.
13 is enough. Yes. Nope.
It is.
Meets it
No.
beats.
Sorry,
Oh,
my
because
so-
I rolled a 12.
Twice?
I rolled a 12, but I have a -1 on my saving throw, so...
On your strength, not dex. Yeah,
Is it a saving
Like
throw?
that.
it is a saving throw.
That is a 25
Yes.
from Eris.
So
Ooh.
Nefira
Strong.
is the only one restrained. That is this vine creature's turn. Pip, you're up. Spark on deck. It is still difficult terrain
Empty.
for everyone else. As
Okay,
these vines come up out of the ground, making it all rocky. Pip trips at the best of times. So
Yeah.
Hey, Meds. While Morgan's looking through stuff, we talked about like generic actions that Lulu has, like dodge, disengage.
mhm.
Does Lulu have the help action available as well?
I would assume so. Also, Pip, I
Alright.
realized you were prone. You have to stand up. As
Aw.
You're right.
you, which
So
also
Pip can
means
walk.
that strength save
Wait,
probably is
I
at
thought
disadvantage.
prone was only. Hold on.
Okay.
It might
I thought
only
prone
be
only affected dex
dex,
save.
which doesn't make sense because how can you be strong like laying down?
Push-ups.
Okay, in that case, it was a 10 for my save.
All right, we'll see
Hold
what it
on.
says.
Prone creature, crawl, attacks disadvantage on attack roll. Oh, at least within roll 20, it doesn't. It only specifies with attacks. Prone creatures can only use movement to crawl unless it stands up. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. Attacks against have advantage if the attacker is in 5 feet. Otherwise, disadvantage.
All right, then you're fine, Pip. Go ahead.
Still
You
have
still
the
have to
movement
use
get
half your
up.
movement to stand up, so you got about
Okay.
5 feet once you get up.
Great, incredible.
Just enough to get out with a push.
Or there,
I
Pip,
can't
or
push
there.
myself. I would love to push myself. I can't do it.
Still a shame
I
you
only
can't.
push myself to do bad things.
No.
I push myself off the metaphorical edge. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. And then I can. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think I am going to take a little bit of advice about that and do a hex on him.
All right.
Where the heck did Pip go?
He's right below you.
It's just under all the vines.
He's crawling. He's having a little adventure in there. It's fine.
I mean, it's yeah. I guess crawled in difficult terrain wouldn't stack.
Yeah.
And then
Well, Pip stood up, I believe. Or did you
Okay.
crawl?
he stood.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So there's that. The hex thing, and I'm gonna blast him.
Alright.
Wait, is this the one that Pip witch bolted?
It is, yeah. But Pip went unconscious, which breaks
Oh, true,
Witch
yeah.
Bolt.
Whip.
And also,
I've
witch
used
bolt
it.
is concentration. So,
Mm-hmm. What are you
It's
doing,
a-
Morgan?
Roll. I'm doing Eldritch Blast. I forgot. I'm so sorry. If I have to roll for both, or if to hit.
you roll for both.
You roll for
hit one.
each. No, you roll for each. They're basically separate attacks.
Y'all are gonna. Oh my god. What are the odds? I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Listen,
All right,
sometimes
so
the
one
dice
hits.
do that.
Yep. So one goes veering off and starts lighting that tree on fire.
One goes the opposite
Wait,
direction.
Matt,
Oh, so
does
we
this
can't
plant
stop
have
forest fires.
any resistance to necrotic?
You're unsure?
Alright,
as
well,
no one
cool.
has tried it yet.
D10 and D6 doubled.
Yeah.
Where's my D10? They're literally in order. Why am I having trouble finding these?
Is Pip
that
gonna
is
one-handedly take down a vine himself?
Yes. So that's 9, which means 18 points of force damage, and then
Okay.
the hex is also doubled.
It's any dice you roll are doubled.
Oh, sick! Look at that.
Oh, nice! You rolled near max on Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Tate's dice that they give me are incredible.
Alright, note to self,
and
if
then
Tate's
3,
gives
and then
me
another
dice for
6.
Another 6.
Any dice
So
for
6
Spark,
plus
use 'em.
18 is 24.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, as Pip kind of completely kind of bruised and still has a bit of this, you could see kind of this ichor poison leaking out of the wounds where the hands had kind of gripped into him, stands and does an Eldritch Blast, pretty severely fucking up that plant. Unfortunately, you're probably not going to get the kill, Pip, considering
okay.
that your
You're just
entire
gonna-
party goes after you, but hey.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, they could all do so bad, and then this vine and I can just crit on each other all night.
yeah, you two can just have a little party together.
Please don't. Please
Push
don't.
the
Spark
vine.
only has so many spell slots.
But with that,
And no
speaking
potions.
of Spark, Pip, if you're done,
I'm done.
Spark, it is your turn. Lulu on deck.
Guys, please
10
kill
feet
this
of
vine.
movement to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an action to drag Pip, so no, 15 feet total to get down. You know, it's been a
Your friend
while.
your glory.
If I kill this thing, my friend is safe.
True. If you kill it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I need a dex save from it as Spark tries a Sacred Flame.
All right. Nat 20.
No.
I can
You know
only
what?
make nat 20s against Eris, Pip, and saves, apparently. We're
You know
getting to
what?
the whole group. It'll come
You
around.
know what? You know what? Better on the save
That's
than
true.
on the next attack.
It's better than critting on that attack. For
Yep,
sure.
Yeah. So Spark's gonna stay within arm's reach of Pip just in case there's a repeat.
Yeah. So yeah, Spark, as you go to cast Sacred Flame, you have your hand on your holy symbol. You feel a little as it shatters a little bit more in your hand.
Well, cool. This was actually gonna. Spark had a thought in El Terrell, and now he's definitely gonna follow up on it.
Yeah. All right. Is that everything for you, Spark?
Yeah, that's his turn.
All right. What's Lulu doing? She is dead center in the middle, kind of. She had managed to dodge the vines as they had come up out of the ground, as they can't come up more than like 5 feet or so.
Lulu is gonna move and start trying to pull at the vines with her tusks to give, like,
Help? The help action?
yeah, help to Nefira to get out.
All right. Cool.
And
So I'll
is not
say
gonna
that's...
say anything to Nefira because the necklace.
She can't. She's just like looking with her eyes, like, please understand. I'm trying to help. But yeah, I'll say she's going to hold her action to basically give the help action when Nefira goes. We'll classify it as that. So top of the round, Eris, Nefira.
Alright, yeah, Eris is gonna take 20 feet to get out, and then move 10 feet closer to not block Spark.
I think it's 30 feet to get out.
Wait, it is?
It's
wait,
5,
that's right.
3.
double, 5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
it's double.
It would make more sense
That's
to, like,
fair, sorry.
get out and then just, like...
Go up and around, maybe. 5, 10,
Oh,
15.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that. Wait, 5. Wait, so that's
Well,
10.
you could go like up diagonal. So
Uh-huh.
10.
Okay,
Nope, wait,
wait.
go back down.
I started here.
So go diagonal upright. 10,
Yeah. And then
15
15, 20.
over, 15 over, 20 to north of Spark.
And then that would give
20.
you...
That's 20 feet, so it gives you 10
Okay.
more feet.
Okay, that is fine.
So you could
I'm still on-
hypothetically get here if
I
you
know,
want.
I'm not going to be able to make it all the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I make it to where I thought I was going to be? So
All right.
that's good. Cool. Since I haven't used any spell slots today,
Hey.
for my ranged attack, instead of throwing my little axes, I'm gonna try Chromatic Orb,
Okay, go for it.
which is exciting. I've never done that before. Oh my god!
Please
One
tell
time
me.
I try my new thing, I don't do as well. Is
Aw.
that 12 to hit?
That misses. That just misses.
Oh my god!
Right, AC
That
is
is so
13.
upsetting.
As you wind up this chromatic orb and go to Beyblade it towards this plant,
Okay,
but it
I'm
just
never gonna
veers
make a
off.
spell attack ever again.
That's it. Eris is no longer an Eldritch Knight. She's just a
There's
fucking
that.
fighter.
So I just cast shield in protection from good and evil. That's all I'm good at, I guess.
All right.
Cool. She's
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
look sad.
Eris is in her Pip era.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Pip is like, I can't do melee combat. And Darius is like, I can't cast attack spells.
Listen, Spark's
do
kind of
everything
feeling that
else.
too.
Yeah, Pip can do everything else.
All right.
Yeah.
And with that, we are at Nefira's turn. Nefira, you have advantage on your strength check to
Oh, yay.
escape this
I shall. I'll do that.
a strength
That's right.
check, yes. Athletics check, more specifically.
Athletics check.
Yes.
Okay,
Which I
that
believe is probably the
still
same as your
minus
strength.
1. Yeah.
Yep, but you have advantage.
Just roll well.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Come
roll well.
At least Nefira
11.
has some...
Sorry, minus 1. That's a 10.
That's a 10 with advantage.
Yes.
So
I rolled
you,
an 11 and then I rolled an 8.
you and Lulu are pulling at these vines, but it seems like more just keep kind of going over and over at everyone you kind of pull off of you. You are still restrained. That is your action. And with that, we are back at the vine, who is going to... Who the fuck attacked him the most?
Still Pip, I
Spark?
think.
Still Pip, but he cannot... It cannot reach Pip.
Spark's
with
probably
Spark in the way.
one...
And
I
Spark's
guess,
in the way. It's gonna go after Spark because Spark's in the way.
Alright.
All right, let's see. Yeah, because it can only move 5 feet, so that doesn't give it literally anything. And this, let me make sure, Spark is 20 feet away. Yeah, exactly, 20 feet. All right, with that, it's going to make a vine attack against Spark.
Imagine.
That is going to be I think it's going to hit a 17 plus 6.
That definitely hits, Sue boy.
All right, you take not that great. 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Oh,
it,
the pain comes soon enough.
yeah, as it kind of wraps around, and that initial hit, as it kind of starts to constrict, hurts. With
My
that,
plants hate me.
with that, it is Pip up. Spark on deck.
So do I have to do the thing again where I have to take the damage because I'm...
It's not
In
that
the
type of
vine?
vine.
This is a different vine. And it
Okay,
appears that it does not grab you if you break free. It is still just difficult terrain,
Cool.
So it's literally just entanglement.
basically.
Cool. So I'm gonna use 5 feet of movement to get there.
10, but
I'm
sure.
3. Oh, sorry, yeah, 10. Technically.
Mm-hmm. It could be important. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where you're trying to go.
Here's fine.
All
Here's
right.
okay. And then...
Please do me the solid and blast it to death.
I'm trying. I'm gonna do something about it. How's he looking?
It's looking bloodied, I guess, if you call plants bloodied. It's oozing a bit of red liquid. It's unsettling.
Okay, okay, I'm just gonna do, let's go classic, first level magic missile. Auto hit.
Go for it. Give me those rolls.
I don't
And
think this gets hex.
I think it should. Should it not? It's an attack. It's
Yeah,
damage.
it's an attack.
Fair, let me
But-
double check
But,
wording.
but while Spark or Stu, whoever, in or out of universe checks that, go ahead and give me those numbers.
For sure, that's 4,
Okay.
and 2. It's 10.
10. All right. It
It
still kicking.
specifies that it's an attack. So I guess, does magic missile count as a spell attack or just a spell because there's
I think
no
it's,
attack roll involved?
I think it would be a spell attack because it's not going to be classified as anything else. It's dealing damage.
Oh, cool. Then,
So,
yeah, Morgan,
yeah,
get
go
that
for
thing
it.
6.
Get that, the fuck is it called? Necrotic.
It is 2.
2. Very nice.
Yeah, so 12 points total.
All right. I would like to point out that Pip has done 66 points of damage to this vine by himself. Look at the boy go. Look at him.
Thank you, Snake Mommy. I would just like to
Pip's just like, thanks, Snake Mom. Fucking off to the side. All
say.
right.
Then there's just kind of like-
Every time I say the word Snake Mommy.
And then there's often her plane of existence being like, not the reaction I was expecting.
Yeah, like, oh, that backfired. Huh. All right. Anything else from you, Pip?
What else can I do?
Move.
I mean, I could move. No, because we already. Nefir is restrained, not grappled, right?
Nefir is grappled and restrained.
Oh.
It is both.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Fun.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna do anything else then.
All right. So with that, we come top of the round. Spark's turn. You take.
Well, Spark's about to take a big hit.
I rolled really bad. You take 18 points of poison damage as you feel those little hands go into between the crevices of your armor. And you are still considered restrained.
How does casting while restrained work?
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
I mean, like...
You have disadvantage.
I mean, like, spell components. Like, could he still make the somatic component to a spell?
I would assume so. Unless it's something very specifically where I've stated, like, your hands are tied. This creature's not going to be deft enough to, like, just constrict hands. This is a full body thing. So I'd say, yeah, you're able to do some the material components.
He is gonna hope his allies got this and try another sacred flame.
All right.
And burn another crit from ads.
All right, let's see.
Give me that deck save.
I probably failed, honestly. Yeah, that's an 8 on the die.
Oh, that's a fail. It has been 10 years. All right, 2d8 at this point. That's decent. What have I done to get d8s that treat me so well? 12 points of radiant damage.
Very nice. All right. It is wounded. You see this bright flash of light as it kind of shrivels away, but comes back. Definitely wounded, but still up.
Please finish it off.
All right. Anything else from you, Spark? You can't move.
Can't move, and he's not burning a Misty Step.
Yep. All right, with that, it is Lulu's turn. Is Lulu still going to give help action? Wonderful. Eris is up. Nefira on deck.
All right, yeah.
Nefira just needs to get out and get in range.
Step out. Step up to the plant.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, that's okay. This might actually hit.
This time, Eris kills steals.
15.
15 hits.
Yay! Good. 13 points of piercing damage.
Say it.
It is still up.
It's still up.
Nah.
Okay, we go again. Oh my god. It's a nat 1.
No!
No.
As you stab into it and you go stab again, one of the smaller tendrils kind of just wraps around your blade, and you're kind of having to fight free. And
the universe really did say, no, this one's pipped.
I guess so. All right. And with that, anything else from you, Eris?
Nope.
All right, Nefira, you're still restrained by these vines. You have the help action to try and break free.
Okay, so do I?
You have advantage. Yeah, it's another strength. Let me double check. Another strength check with advantage.
That's a 10. That's a 6.
All right, you and Lulu are just over here, eyes locked, fighting for your life with these plants. You have a newfound bond with the tiny elephant. As the two of you are struggling hard against these fucking plant life. And with that, it is plant B's turn. It is going to remove the plant and put it right here. I need Eris to give me a strength. Let me believe it's a saving throw, but a strength saving throw. Nefira, you are no longer entangled. As you and Lulu were struggling, and you feel the plants fade away, you're like, yes, I did it. And then you see them crop up around Eris, and you're like, oh, fuck.
That is a 16.
16. You are able to stay free of the plants.
He's so strong.
The plant's messed up.
Well, all right. With that, Pip, it is your turn.
Sick. Yeah, let's blast them.
All right, go for it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Complete the circle, Pip.
That's 16 plus actually no, it's a 16 plus 6, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that hits. First one.
Yeah. Oh, you're so right. That is a 19 plus 6.
The second one hits. All right, go ahead, roll damage.
Alrighty.
I think you get hex on both of these.
Oh, on both? Where are my d10s? Why can't I find them?
Yeah, I think hex is like Hunter's Mark in that it benefits consistent hitters.
Sick. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. That's a 9 and a 2. That's an 11, and then.
How do you want to do
plus
this?
7, I got 8. Sick. Let's go. Okay. First of all, what's 66 plus 18?
80 something, because it had 85 hit points, and I think Eris only attacked it once, so you did like more than 85
You did the
hit
Leo
points.
share.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it's 84.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast them.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it.
As these kind of
get it
shadowy snakes were coiling along the branches of the vines, you see Pip reaches out and casts 2 of these bolts of black and gold energy, splintering the vines. And with that, the vines around Eris's feet fade as well. And we are out of combat.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't remember the force
Nice
being
hit,
like
Pip.
that. Thanks. That was so cool, wasn't it? I was like, bam! And then it was like, bam! And it got me. And then I was like, haha! Bam, bam!
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
It was very cool.
Thanks.
If you all think it might be safe, I kind of want to spend maybe 10 minutes to get a detect magic up, and at least Pip and I are pretty banged up. I have something that can help heal us some, but it also takes another 10 minutes to put up.
You hear Lulu in your head. Should we try to not find our way out in case there are more? Or in case that attracts more? They move slow, but there's a lot of
Spark's
blood on the
gonna
ground, and looks around.
Immediately look around. Guidance. Perception. Ooh, that's bad.
And Eris also look around.
15.
Yeah. You can look around. Will you see them?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Maybe. Maybe not.
What is my thing to add? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You look around and you realize how close you all had walked to them the first time, that they look just like regular vines on trees. The kind of fingery hands that sprouted and grabbed you all didn't kind of come up off of those vines until after it already attacked. It would be basically impossible to know if there were any more in the vicinity. And they move so slowly that they could sneak up before you even realized.
Yeah, I think we should head out.
Yeah,
They're
I
pretty
like that idea.
sneaky, and we might not even notice that they're on us until they're on us. So.
Let's
Alright.
go. I know we get a little warning from my dagger, but I would rather be safe than sorry, and let's get out of here.
Alright, if you all think it's safer, let's go.
Alright. As you all kind of continue through this forest, which is sounding very happy. I need a different
Yeah, this is a
mood.
very
I don't know
happy
why
mood.
it's so happy.
Right?
It was the forest soundtrack, but it was a little too happy forest.
It wasn't the hell forest.
No, it wasn't the hell forest, the hell garden. But as you all continue your way, you start to see kind of through the trees that familiar dusty, sandy red. And right as you are heading out, Eris, you notice kind of off to your left, almost what looks to be like a mangrove tree, kind of half into the River Styx and half out, is this pretty large tree. Which that is not the part that you notice. Specifically, everyone else does notice this tree. You notice what looks very intently like a face having been kind of maybe molded into the tree or coming out of the tree, eyes closed, just like leaking something. Perhaps blood from the River Styx. You're not sure, but you notice that towards as you all are heading out of this garden.
Oh, I kind of want to investigate that. That's kind of interesting.
There, let us know.
Yeah.
Does Eris say anything?
Eris is gonna start walking up to it a little bit.
Eris,
I
what do you
want a
do?
little investigation. Oh, something. There's a face in this tree. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Nefera, as soon as Eris says that, Nefera's just gonna grab onto Eris and be like, no. Just no.
What?
No.
I'm just gonna investigate it. It's not like... No,
we're
I'm
in
going
hell.
to-
Can
I'm
we
going
help?
to-
No.
I'm going
No.
to
No.
go
No.
investigate it.
We're getting out of here.
Wait.
Leave
Wait.
the creepy tree, Eris.
But what if it's, I don't know, something potentially beneficial? She's gonna go investigate it.
And what if
Hey,
it's
Eris,
not?
Eris,
What
it's
if it
too
tries to
close to
kill
the
us?
Styx.
She's only gonna be like 20 feet away from it.
Pip and I
too
are in
close.
very rough shape.
Go on,
Eris,
go.
I want to go see the tree too, Spark.
No one is gonna see the creepy tree.
Wait,
We're getting
wait.
out of here.
Hey,
Let's
She's
we
gonna
go.
20 feet away from it and she's investigating.
So, well, wait,
All right,
we can
go
send the
ahead.
familiars out.
As you all shout that, Eris skedaddles towards the tree. Go ahead and give me that
Spark-
investigation
Spark
check.
is gonna
Okay,
try to
but
be
wait,
within
I have
30
a
feet
funny-
of Eris.
I have a funny mental image because I had already said that I grabbed onto Eris, and I'm not letting go.
Oh yeah, you're
I'm
getting
gonna grab
dragged
onto
along.
Pip too. So I'm just getting
Eris is dragging y'all along.
Yeah.
Eris is
Yeah,
strong. Y'all
Y'all
tiny.
can't. 18.
18. You have not seen anything like this anywhere, read about it, or anything. You are quite certain that whatever's leaking out of the eyes of this creature is the River Styx, so do not touch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your mind kind of thinks back to what Spark had said about this place, and perhaps that the druid that created it never left, but was in turn warped into something else.
Eris is just like under her breath. She's like, wow, this place is kind of bad for your health. Maybe I'm just gonna like combust. I don't know. Just turn into fire. She's just gonna move away from the tree and start continuing on the path.
Yeah. Did you tell anyone what you find or not yet?
Yeah, I think she'll be like to give everyone the rundown, the report.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I wanted to ask them. Some stuff, but if they're like that, they've probably passed, or at least in a state where if they could converse, we probably shouldn't.
I mean, maybe
creepy.
we could talk
Let's
to
get out of
them,
here.
but I don't know.
It's
Let's
probably
not.
better to put some distance so none of the other plant monsters could sneak up on us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's get out of here, please.
With that insisting, you all kind of make your way. You all kind of make your way out of this grove, this garden, and back into the reddish, hellish sky of.
Oh, wait, sorry, Mads.
Yes.
Retcon thing for a possible quick check. For any of the normal trees there, Spark would probably want to look for a piece of wood big enough for a small carving project he has.
Okay, yeah, you can pretty easily grab a branch off of any of the regular looking trees there.
Why not the man tree?
The mangrove? Why not the...
No.
Yeah.
It's
Hey.
only water from the River Styx. We're not touching that. Let's go. We're
You
moving.
touch the
Let's
water,
go.
or you touch the tree.
But yeah,
No.
Spark would
No.
probably
Keep moving.
grab some pieces of wood, especially if he finds like a fallen tree. Quick, hack a chunk off and arms full go.
Yeah, easy enough. And you all break out into the kind of back along the ravine, headed along the River Styx. As you keep going away from this area, you see kind of those lush green trees kind of start to vanish. Another kind of hour or so of walking, and you're completely devoid of any greenery. There's only the kind of regular-ish dead trees that you have seen. Yeah, how long are you all planning on walking through this ravine, as you don't really have a sun down to give you a time of day to sleep? It has been several hours since you first touched down, I guess. Man,
Avernus. If only one of us took keen mind.
Thank God you didn't, because that would be so annoying to have to keep track of.
Hey, how long do you think we should keep going, you guys?
As long as we can. We'll stop
We have
when
to.
we're...
We have to rest at some point.
Well, we could take another. I mean, you and Pip aren't doing very good. Maybe
I can.
Yeah.
rest to take care of, or what you said you were gonna do back in the forest.
If we think we have 10 minutes, I can do something that's gonna be a quick patch.
You hear Lulu, nothing still looks familiar. It's possible we'll be walking for even more hours. Should you all not fully heal if we have the space and a bit of protection from people, and kind of looking around still within this ravine, from people, devils watching?
Yeah, we definitely should. Well,
I was
didn't
about
hear
to say,
that,
we can
but-
just hand wave that
Yeah,
spark.
we'll say from now on that,
Nefira.
yeah, unless someone's specifically trying to keep something, anything Lulu says, the whole group somehow
you.
gets around to
Here's-
Nefira. Yeah.
I
Gives
do
a stretch,
agree.
and she's like, I mean, I feel good, but I know everyone else is a bit rough, so maybe
Pip,
just-
how's your casting capacity? I'm probably at like a
nearly-
third.
I could cast a couple more spells, but I've nearly tapped out.
And Lulu's point of us having a safe spot to actually dome up and sleep makes sense. We don't know what's gonna be here for us once we leave the ravine. For all we know, it might be twice the length we've currently gone once we get out, before we have a spot where Pip can put up the dome.
go as far as we can in here, I guess, and then rest.
I was about to say, here might actually work best. We know we're probably safe, and Spark kind of looks over at Eris. What matters more is we make sure we're in a state to finish our task.
Yeah.
of course.
We have to trust that they'll hold strong while we take the time we need to make sure that we don't end up as victims as well. And hopefully now that people from the Prime Material Plane are contacting the Grand Duke, that will at least give people some more hope to hold on to.
Yeah, let's
We're out.
try to make it quick.
I'm saying we take a full rest.
Oh no, she's saying let's take a quick long rest. I know it takes 8
Let's
hours.
take an
She's like,
exactly
we'll take
8 hours.
and then we're going.
Oh, I mean,
Let's-
Pip's dome will act as an alarm. Remember that time snow fell on us one morning? The dome just disappears on its own, so...
Yeah, let's just be like, let's just take the time we need, and then let's like hit the road straight away.
Alright.
Yeah.
Mads, I will mention them for the sake of brevity if we're gonna call the session when we press the long rest button. Spark is gonna take the 10 minutes to cast fine steed
Okay.
and summon something that's kind of in the form of like a hardy-looking workhorse.
Okay, makes sense. Pip, are you casting, ritually casting the dome, or are you casting a spell? Casting it as a spell.
Does Pip have a 3rd level slot left?
I have 1.
Now, would we want that for send-in before the long rest?
That's what I'm thinking about. And I think I am going to ritually cast.
All right.
Does Pip still want to say happy belated birthday to his sister
Yeah.
and really test Dendar on the whole
Okay,
I make this
so-
deal, the nightmares stop, right?
Yeah, so the thing is, he does want to do that, but
But Morgan also wants to do that, so where the problem
I do.
lies.
The thing is that if anybody is truly like not cool with it out of character, tell me and I won't do it because I don't want to be that like
I mean,
person that's
In
like
character, it's
they
a
would do
problem.
it.
Out
in
of character, go for it.
Yeah, no,
out
out
of
of
character,
it's fine,
I'm
but-
curious.
No, if it gets,
Okay.
You're
if
probably just gonna have to
'Cause I
find
know
a way
there's
to
been,
make
like,
sure none of us notice.
things go
joking
badly in
protesting,
character,
and I'm
get
like-
ready for Pip to get earful.
I just don't
Just
want to do
letting you
anything
know.
that would upset people out of character.
Yeah, of course.
No,
no.
sorry.
In
Okay,
character,
fine.
it's a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Out of
Okay,
I
character.
can always tell what is and what is not
Yeah,
a
no.
joke.
Fair.
It's
Sorry,
always well back.
Morgan, above the table talk.
Mhm.
Stu's along for the ride.
Sick.
Ark wants everybody to get off the ride alive.
Well, that's great
I'm
because
just-
no one has to know.
I'm just here to
Unless
see
you get a
how the
nightmare.
story unfolds.
Unless people have nightmares, but the thing is that she can already reach us and already has without that, so he could technically be like, oh, I didn't do anything. She's just already here, but he can't.
All right,
All right.
we'll see
Well-
how that goes
So,
for Pip.
Yeah.
we're coming back in, then let's get started. Pip, you have managed to kind of ritually cast the dome again within this space, a good ways away from the River Styx. You have a few of those dead trees kind of off in the distance of the ravine, and another few rocky outcroppings. It's about as good a place you're going to get to take a long rest. So yeah, what's everyone
Well-
doing taking their first long rest on the floors of hell?
I
I'm
guess
gonna
we're
try that infernal book again.
All right.
First
Okay,
thing
we should try that in front of
that Spark kind of does after summoning his steed is like, oh, also small detail, occasional like owl bear feathers throughout like the fur, but more meant to be like decorative. It's like, how do you all think about the name Virtue for my steed?
Cute.
That sounds good.
Love that.
I love it.
I like that.
Okay, I got an
I
8.
will. I'm assuming your horse is outside of the dome.
Yeah, I don't think it can fit.
I don't think it can fit
Yeah.
in the dome.
So we'll say he's kind of like behind near
Behind the
rocky
dome.
outcropping, but yeah, protected from people, and it kind of just stands there. It's a horse, it's chilling.
Yeah,
It's a
just
magic
like-
horse.
Sits down on its knees in the way that it can actually get up.
Yeah.
Because, wow.
If you're
Yeah.
going to took one look at the book, I rolled an 8. But if you took one look at the book and
And
was
went
like,
horse.
never mind, screw that. There's a horse here.
Absolutely. Anyone else rolling for the book?
Yeah,
Eris?
Eris
Spark will
got an
roll
18
for the
plus
book
3.
once
So that's
everyone else.
21. She's
21.
making a little more
She
progress.
finally figured out what the book was talking about with all those different animals.
Yeah, now she knows her animals.
That's
Yay!
It's just straight intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what I said before about
Did
having
you
a
roll-
losing streak?
Did you also
Yeah.
roll a 9?
No, I rolled a 6, which is an upside down 9 plus 5 is 11.
Yep, not
Yeah,
enough.
no, Pip, you're a bit exhausted
Got other things on his mind.
from being nearly murdered and eaten by a plant.
I got that plant so hard though. Is the
You
thing.
did, so it all evened out in the end.
15
I did it too,
exactly.
but-
All right, meets
Yeah.
it beats. Yeah, you're unsure about what you learned, but you made some progress. We'll see if you remember it. What's
But,
everyone's current? What's everyone currently standing at for?
I was-
How many ticks you are to 10?
Yeah. Eris and Nufira are tied. They both have 3.
Spark
Yep,
has
5,
6.
And Spark has 6. Yep.
Nice.
Why are my dice like this?
They said we're gonna make sure you know your enemies.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I only have 3.
Spark's just like, maybe once I learn it, I can help you 3. I
true.
don't understand why, but I seem to have a knack for this.
Eris gives you a look. She's like, 4
I can learn
languages.
it first.
I got this myself.
After I have time with the horse, can I try again with bless?
Go up to Spark and
Or
be like,
guidance or whatever
can
that
you
is.
bless me?
Give
Unfortunately,
the help action with learning the devil language.
the celestial horse.
Yeah, not really about it.
Speaking
Unfortunately,
of, I should actually read the paragraphs.
but yeah, you because it is over a full hour. Things like guidance and bless are too short term to affect your hour of studying. Or every wizard
man.
would have,
Everything.
a cleric friend to help
Yeah.
cast guidance and bless on them as they studied their spells. But yeah, I mean, you can try again. I'd say you're able to try twice within a long rest. But
Oh, can I go again?
yeah, you can go again.
Because Eris feels great.
15.
There you go.
And then I've got a +1, so that's a 1.
This
Third.
16. Yes.
16.
There you go.
Words.
Not a 2.
No, Eris, you're
I'm gonna try it.
I have 4
These
ticks.
big dice. This
I
is
have 4
12
check marks.
plus 5 is a 17.
Yep.
17 makes it.
No.
So yeah, you all had kind of an extensive study session, realizing that you all are now further and further into Avernus. Whatever you're going to be running into is going to be hellish, and it could be very useful to know some infernal. But yeah, that takes
Mads?
up a few hours of your long rest. What else is anyone else doing anything or kind of bedding down for the night? And what's up,
Spark
Stu?
would probably take last watch. Oh wait, we're doing watches in pairs, aren't we, to be safe?
Well, I guess if Lulu, you still do not have
Oh.
enough.
Fair.
Eris will take one by herself.
Okay.
Spark will probably take one with Lulu. Also, Mads, just right over the spell for the sake of, like, HPAC, I'm just pulling up a Warhorse stat block and we'll use that for the sake of the spell.
Sounds good. All right, so Lulu and Spark are taking last watch. Eris?
Usually
Now-
Eris takes last watch.
Well, Spark called it.
Class as well.
Spark
Okay,
called
y'all
it.
can't take. Not every single person can take. Everyone just
Alright,
wakes up
hold
for
on,
last watch.
Hold on. If we're
Okay.
fighting over last
Hey,
watch, Spark will
dibs
take
on next
first.
to last.
All right,
Spark,
beautiful.
like,
Nefera can take
okay.
first.
Spark and Nefira will take first together.
Eris
Which
takes
means we'll
last.
need to
Well,
try.
I thought Spark was like, "I'll be with Lulu," and then Nefira was like, "I'll be on watch," and Spark's like, "Fuck Lulu."
Lulu and Virtue can watch
They
together
can
because
hang
the
out, you
steed
know?
is sentient and can telepathically communicate with Spark. So the steed could probably yell in Spark's brain, "Get up!"
Yeah.
That and
Things
with
are
my
going
dagger,
wrong.
we can't be surprised, and if anything tries to attack us or there's danger, the dagger will wake us all up.
Mm-hmm. And
I-
I'm just
Adam was, like,
imagining
really
Nefira
irritated
like
with me.
putting the dagger in the middle of all the gremlins, and one bad night the dagger's just like a phone. It makes vibrate.
yeah.
Guys, if we're having a sleepover, can we please spin the dagger?
All right, so
To be
watches.
Whoever it spins on, you have
Good
to
to be
fight.
watch. Yeah, okay. First is Spark and Nefira. Whose second watch was that? Pip.
Sure.
All right.
I think
and-
the little buddies are taking second watch. No, Pip has to take second because a person needs to wake him up.
yeah.
So
Also,
the weird little dudes are taking the second to last. Oh no!
I mean, if you want the weird
Well, I
little
mean, we
dudes to
could
take
do
a watch
three-
or
we
not,
could do 3 watches. And
it
have
should be
it
3 watches.
Eris,
All
and,
right.
sorry, Spark and Nefira, and then Pip and Lulu, and then Eris.
And a warhorse, Eris and Virtue.
Well, I mean, her hawk can do that too. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, we have weird little
Forget
dudes.
it can also do.
it's just
That was
it's
the only
just
weird little dude that we have to be careful about.
it's just what will they consider important to notify you of, because their intelligence and what they perceive as like something beyond an obvious threat of attacking you are leaving up to a magically summoned entity. So
Yeah, I was
and
about
that
to
is
say.
leaving that is also above table, leaving it to me either rolling dice or just being like, let's see what happens, which
Yeah,
seems kind of
we've never
counterintuitive.
really had them for
does.
watch before.
Yeah, it'd be
We're
weird to
fine now.
continue doing it or to
Yeah.
start doing it.
Makes
Alright.
sense.
So, first watch, Spark and Nefira. I'd say at this point, everyone else will probably need to be shortly heading to bed.
Yeah, before Eris goes to bed, she's feeling great. She's got 2 spell slots. She's only missing 1 hit point. So before she goes to bed, she's doing some very focused practicing with her, like, rapier,
Actually,
doing
before-
some fighting, like, practice for herself, because, her friends weren't doing so well, and she's supposed to protect them. But she feels great, so she can practice now.
During the
Alright.
during the watch, Spark probably would take the 10 minutes as well to cast, because he's like, hey, it's been a few nights, we might have a visit. Where is the spell? Prayer of Healing.
All right.
So let me see how many targets. Up to 6 creatures. Wonderful, that's the whole group, so Eris will be topped off before this rest, is what your hearing takes.
All right.
And it's his charisma mod, so everybody gets back 12 points of healing
Very
before we
nice.
bed down. You know, again, just in case.
All right. And so with that, Eris does probably about 35 minutes of footwork and drills before she decides to sleep, knowing that it was her idea to only stay for 8 hours, and y'all already burned through 2 significant hours studying, so if she wants to get a long rest, she's going to need as much sleep as she can get. So with that, yes.
So the spell slots are gonna reset at the very end.
The spell slots only reset once I say that you have completed a long rest.
Sick.
Basically, we need to wait for Mads to say, press that button.
Yep.
Okay, for sure.
So, here's hoping I didn't just misplay.
All right. Is Pip doing anything before he decides to sleep for the night?
I think during watch he's gonna do something, which is why I asked.
Okay. And Pip has second watch?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Pip has watch with, I think, Lulu and the weird little dudes, if they count.
All the dudes. All right. So with that, Eris is sleeping. Pip is sleeping. Spark, Nefira, go ahead and give me, if you are choosing to do so, a perception check.
Spark's going to lightly tap Nefira's shoulder if he can give her guidance.
Sure.
Oh yay! So what does guidance do? Is that the D4?
Roll a d4 as well.
Yay!
19 total for Spark.
Okay.
Okay, and then perception is there. It's a +7. Oh yay! 18 + 7 because I finally rolled well, and a 3 on the D4.
Nice.
So 28.
28.
Yowzer.
Finally.
You are looking out for anything that might catch your eye. It is kind of weird as you all, I imagine the dome is darkened so that way people can sleep. So you all are looking out at what seemed like a darkened Avernus landscape, but you're still able to see everything clearly as it is actually still completely light out, that reddish color. as you're kind of scanning along the River Styx and this ravine and the back towards the garden. You're quite a ways away from it now, out of visual sight. But your watch goes by pretty quietly. Other than still occasionally off in the distance, the kind of rumbling. You see some smoke after you feel a vibration, imagining that perhaps meteors are just kind of commonplace here. Yeah, is there anything else y'all are doing while on watch?
So, during the launch, Spark's gonna look over at Nefir's like, hey, he's gonna gesture to his cracked holy symbol. I'm going to try crafting another one, but I'm not the best at fine detail work. Once I get it down to that, if I help you out and loan you my carpenter tools, do you think you could help with that?
Yeah, of course.
And he's gonna take out the big chunk of wood he chopped off and start working it down.
Whittling, yeah.
If that has a representative check, let me know. If not, I'll
I'd say
leave
not.
it to your
I'd say not yet. Mark, we're gonna do out of 4. So mark
right.
1 time out of 4. As right now you're doing, pretty rough, bigger chops and whatnot. So no check associated for it as of right now.
Yeah. Listen, man. It's when you said, "Oh, it started to crack," I'm like, "Thank goodness it's wood."
Hey, but you did just take wood from hell, so
Who knows?
We'll find out.
He's got some time to look through his spell list, and I'm sure he has through the
Cast
paladin list to
ceremony on the
purify.
wood.
I mean, honestly, that is a good idea if you have the silver dust.
Yeah.
I think ceremony does
told
have
Lamar,
a
listen, you just gotta
cleanse.
come give it to us.
Yeah, that's kind of the rub.
But yeah, there is, if you aren't doing anything else other than that with your time on watch, I'd say Nefir is kind of keeping a hawkish glance about with that 28. And the area seems clear. And you were free to wake up every little dude and also Pip, the little dude as well.
Little dude.
Yeah.
All the little funky dudes for second watch.
And Spur kind of goes over to Virtue and is like, if anyone who's not inside this dome gets within 60 feet of the dome, yell in my head and wake me up.
And you see Virtue just look deep in with one eye, look deep into your eye in understanding. Virtue can talk in your head, but apparently Virtue's pretty silent and just decides to look deep into your eyes. He's shot. Is it Virtue a he or a she? Or a they? A they horse.
For this form, he.
Yeah, you see that.
That's like familiars. Every time he needs to resummon, it could be different.
Change, yeah. Yeah, you see that he gives a very understanding.
And
Days.
gentle pet, as I guess Spark and Affair do their usual thing of being the only the only people in the party who's like, yes, physical affection, let's go.
Yeah. But yeah.
I thought that Virtue was taking last watch with Erish.
It does. It's fine. Eris was like, I can be on watch by myself, so
She also has Vesper.
yeah. There's a lot of fucking familiars,
so many
in
familiars.
this group. It's
No,
fine.
there's less than usual.
But yeah,
Hey,
with
listen,
that,
if Pip goes Pact of Chain, there can be one more.
no, there can't because Pip cannot go Pact of Chain.
Why not?
I've determined it so. Dendar will not allow.
But he can have a little snake named Viper.
You could do that with your familiar now.
But then you wouldn't have the Weasel Vow.
But with that, you are able to wake Pip for second watch and get some rest.
Oh yeah, and Pip, I guess you notice random wood carving.
There's a lot of wood shavings in the
Yeah.
dome. It smells good, but yeah.
It smells nostalgic.
Mhm.
Used to it, but not for a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, with that, Spark and Nefira can get some rest, and Pip is on watch.
Sick. So Lulu's got like the telepathy thing. Can she
Lulu's
dig
still
into my
asleep.
mind?
Do you wake?
If you,
I thought
I mean,
that-
Lulu can speak in your mind.
Yeah.
If you speak to Lulu, she will speak. She can only speak back, because none of you know Celestial. So
Hey,
No, I
listen,
mean, like, if
that's a project.
I mean, like, she wouldn't be able to pick up on me sending.
oh
is the
no,
message.
she's
Okay.
not omnipotent. She's just can only communicate.
Telepathic.
That's why she can only communicate with one person at a time. Too. Hers isn't a broadband radio situation.
For sure.
She's not a soul knife.
No.
I also didn't know, like, with like Pip's funky like mind stuff going on.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean-
You're not sure with Pip's funky mind stuff, but you know from what it seems that Lulu has to always be individually talking to people, and she's never kind of at least said anything if she's overheard anything.
Hmm.
And I
So-
mean,
I
Pip
mean,
has
that's pretty much
to
it.
verbally talk out loud for sending.
Oh shoot.
That
I
is
mean, to
part
be
of the
fair-
components of the spell.
To be fair, it doesn't say how loud you have to talk, and
True.
everyone is asleep, so
About it.
it's probably shocking that anyone let Pip be on watch by himself, but here he goes.
Yeah, I thought Lulu was gonna be on watch with Pip.
It actually doesn't say that you have to say it out loud.
I always saw it was out loud.
So did I, but
You send a short
I think-
message of 25 words or less to a creature with whom you are familiar.
Check the
Creature hears a message
components.
in its mind. Oh yeah, never mind. There it is, verbal. Let's go.
I kind of
Um,
always guess I
guess I don't know though, because verbal could just be saying a single thing to trigger it. I think people just say it's out loud because normally you're relaying information and it's fucking annoying to be like saying something then be like, and then I'm gonna tell everyone what I just said. So people kind of just say they said it out loud.
Message does say that.
Message
you whisper it.
does, yeah.
Okay, I guess people also get that stuff kind of conflated. Sort of like the
but I'd
whole
say-
druid,
yeah.
the rogue monk bonus action stuff that Mads and I always are like, yeah, it's basically the same thing, except one of them costs a key point and the other is free.
I'd say though, either way, Pip probably would mumble to himself no matter what he was doing, and it's probably not going to be loud enough that it would wake someone unless Pip decides to fucking yell. If he's just
Yell.
if he just walks, to the far edge of the dome from everyone and kind of mumbles under his breath,
Yeah,
it's very
that's
unlikely that
That's
someone
it.
would hear. Yeah.
And I guess this kind of comes to the question of, we'll find out if the eavesdropper is omnipotent and always knows when a message is outgoing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Are you
Okay,
casting that sending?
I am. So I'm gonna cast Ascending to, you can never guess, to Luca.
Oh, wow.
Um,
There's something brewing there.
surprise, Eris, we got an enemies to lovers situation going on. Yeah, cast it to my sister, Lunaria,
Mm-hmm.
and say, and I've already word counted all of this, is 25 words exactly. Thank you, Google Docs. Say, hey, it's Pip. Don't know when it is on the material plane, but it's close enough. So if we don't talk before then, happy birthday. And that's it.
All right.
Just drop in that casual sentence on your sister.
The
No.
material
Out of the
plane.
blue.
What if Lunaria tells our families back home that we're not on
Not
the material
gonna
plane?
listen. She did do a little telling about she didn't tell, but she did get more upset than he suspected about the whole Bonnie Flower situation. He thought she was gonna be cool with it.
But yeah, can someone count me as Lenaria responds?
Oh, Tate's got
yeah.
it.
You see, Pip, you hear, Pippet, thanks for the well wishes. Material plane? I'm headed to Candlekeep for research. You still there? Or have you moved on?
Oh man! She's gonna
We have
end up at
3 words
Candlekeep,
left.
ask about the forest gremlins, and eventually end up with the
Oh my
news
God.
And with those last 3, she just says, I love you.
Y'all, if Eris's mom finds out that they're in hell, she's gonna kill all of them. Like,
She's
the
gonna
doctor
come to
sure.
hell and kill everyone.
She's gonna kill them. Yeah, they're gonna be dead.
But yeah, Pip,
Does Lenora know that about Tabitha?
Yes.
oh, for sure.
Tabitha
Actually,
is
no,
Yeah.
Actually, Lenaria,
Oh, maybe
probably not.
not.
Lenaria's
No, but
way
the
older
Gremlins would
than
know
the
that.
Gremlins.
You're right.
But yeah, Pip, you hear that your sister is headed to Candlekeep for some research, and was hoping that you were still around.
Obviously not. I just said I'm not on the material plane. Dang, keep up.
Well, you know when someone calls you from like a payphone in Serbia? That's what you just did to your sister after saying you were like at Oxford. Like
I'm a funky little dude.
It's been like, what, a week?
yeah, maybe. It's been like 4 or 5, maybe 6. No, probably like a week, yeah. But yeah, so with that, Pip, are you going to also be on watch?
Yes.
And give me a perception check.
Sick. I actually have expertise in these now.
Hey!
It's only a +5, but it's a 17 + 5. It's 22.
22? Very nice.
Think so.
Yeah, you are
Oh,
kind
right,
of,
roll for the horse.
roll for the horse. But yeah,
13.
fantastic. Yeah, you and the horse, keep watch. Still, a pretty desolate area. It looks like you've managed to kind of wedge yourself into a space that not too many people traverse. You imagine that deadly garden behind you actually kind of acts as a little bit of a buffer from people coming that way, as you're unsure how many of those assassin vines there are in that forest or garden. But yeah, the rest of your watch goes by relatively quiet, and you can just think about your sister's message.
Oh no, and how I don't have a response.
Nope.
Very sad.
But yeah, and you are free to wake up Eris.
I will wake up Eris.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So, Eris, go ahead and give me a perception check as Pip heads to sleep, and you are left for the final watch.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
So that would be a total of 23.
All right.
Yeah, she's sitting and her foot's kind of like tapping, and she's just looking back at El Terrell, feeling a little bit worried, feeling like we need to get going soon. But I know I have to wait for everyone to rest.
All right. And with that, Pip, I need you to come join me in the bad place.
No.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. Now,
All right.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Indeed. I'm excited to be here, honestly.
Are you? Welcome back. Top contestant.
I'm essentially half. You can change the music back, though. That's fine.
All right. So, Pip, you drifted off to sleep after doing that sending spell to Lenaria, realizing that you've kind of just missed being able to see your sister in person by maybe a week. And As you open your eyes, you see a ceiling of rough-hewn wooden beams. Ropes, anchors, and crates are strewn about. It's a hot and sticky summer's evening as you lay on a canvas cot. Pip, you look down to see a body that is clearly not yours. It's human and feminine. You can see on your hands veins of black, boils across your arms and waist. Around you there's coughing and wheezing as 20 or 30 other people on cots and tarps look as sickly as you, dying in the night. You see a gnome with red hair and simple sailor's clothing, a younger Lunaria, running from person to person, giving aid, fierce determination on her face. Your eyes flutter closed again, and when you open them, you find yourself propped up against a crate, a different body. You see Lunaria, more disheveled, black blood across her clothes, trying to care for even more people, crammed into what seems to be a dock warehouse. It's freezing cold, and you can hear the crashing of waves against wood. Those around you cough up ichor and scream in agony as their skin flakes off them. Again, your eyes close, and when they reopen, there is crying and screaming, the smell of sickness and death in the air. You see Lunaria, black veins creeping up her face, skin raw, dark blood oozing from her eyes and mouth as she leans against a cot occupied by a single skeleton. She's mumbling to no one. I wish you were here, Kel. You'd know what to do. Nothing has worked, and the city priest refused to help a bunch of shifty dockhands. I know what creature caused this. I'm sure we could have killed it together if you were... Her voice trails off, sadly. There's a gust of frigid air as a humanoid figure appears in front of Lunaria. It's wearing a black robe hemmed with white, hood over its head, and a silver skull-like mask with chainmail draped from the top jaw. The masked figure crouches next to her. Nari, you're dying. See, Lunaria laughs weakly. Kel, finally here for my soul? You see he's silent for a moment. No, this will not do. He places his hand gently against her cheek. With a flash of white light, the dark veins recede, her blood running red again. You will not die. My powers are yours to use. Lunaria shakily stands, looking around. What about them, Kel? You will not upset the balance of life. Clerics are for the people. You are Death's hand now. Enact my will. Lunaria's eyes linger on the masked figure a few moments longer. You see her gaze harden as she draws her dagger and turns to the injured man on the cot. With a single smooth motion, she slits his throat, red blood dripping from the knife. Lunaria starts towards you, the masked face stoically following her movement. You are unable to flee or make a sound as she raises the dagger to your throat. Suddenly, a familiar voice in your head. This body is already dead. You do not have to be. We go. You feel the dagger slice across your skin as your consciousness is ripped from the body, and you awake in the dome.
Sick. That's so cool! What? I love that.
I'm looking away from the camera, but oh, they're back.
So yes, with that, Morgan, your eyes snap open, and you're within the dome.
Sick.
As
Eris
Eris
rolled
is...
very well on her perception check. I'm assuming she notices Pip wake up, but he's not dying.
Yeah, Pip wakes up. What does Pip do when he wakes up? Anything other than opening his eyes?
jeez. Opening his eyes, seeing that he is, well, first of all, like, seeing that he is back in the dome, and that, what's happening is not actually happening in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything's chill, everything's okay, and he's back, and also very curious, and has so many questions. And I mean, just kind of like sits up, and just kind of sits there thinking about stuff.
Yeah. Eris, you see Pip kind of wake up and sit up, but is not bleeding from anywhere, and is still, alive, just awake.
Everything good, Pip?
Yeah. Dreams.
Mm-hmm. Dreams.
Eris,
Insight check. Anything
okay.
he's saying. Anything he's saying.
Hi.
Oh my god. I just rolled so bad at 5.
Dreams, man. Dreams.
Do I roll anything about that, or?
Were you trying to lie to Eris?
No.
Then I'd say with a 5.
Not lying, but not like,
Yeah, no, I'd say
A
with that
lie by
5.
omission.
Eris, you're like, you start to second guess yourself, and you're like, oh, maybe Pip can just have normal dreams. I guess everything doesn't have to be a nightmare. Crazy.
Oh, about anything in particular? No, the last stream I had, I was just chilling. Actually, we were back at home. I was just chilling, and we were eating grapes. I remember this very distinctly because, they were like really crispy grapes, It was so nice. We never got grapes. Yeah, that's pretty much all I remember for that one.
I like the soft
chilling
grapes.
eating grapes. You like the soft grapes? Pip! No! No! They have to be nice and crunchy.
I
Oh,
like the soft grapes.
oh my goodness. Well, what was your dream about?
My sister?
Oh. Okay.
But it wasn't.
Well, I mean, like
bad.
the first bad nightmare dream you had was about Lunaria.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, I've had normal dreams about her too back home, but
yeah, but we're not home anymore.
yeah, I know.
Like, so what was it about?
I don't know. It
Oh.
was. She was healing people. And I knew that she did that.
Yeah.
Does that. And then she was dying, I think. She looked really bad. And then someone came and they seemed familiar. And I don't know. He
That
said something about his power or something. It was weird. It was confusing. I don't really know what was going on.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the first stream that you had about her. A little. I mean, I guess it's kind of
on the
different.
boat?
Yeah, remember? I think I have this dream in my notes. I'm gonna go pull it up. Duke's
Do it.
basement. There we go. It was before though. Was it after Kenny's interrogation that we talked about?
I think it was.
I know it's in here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you said that your dream was about your sister doing cool things, but it was like kind of scary. So
Yeah,
this
like,
sounds
I
the
mean-
same.
It was cool because she had magic and she was fighting skeletons, but it was
Mhm.
scary because she was fighting skeletons in a storm
Mm-hmm.
on a boat.
Yeah, she's like doing something and then.
She had magic and it was really cool.
Do you think she's in trouble?
I don't know.
think
She said that she was on her way to Candlekeep. So I don't think so.
Do you think this has anything to do with Dendar?
I don't know.
Also, Eris, that is news to you that she is on her way to Candlekeep that Pip just spilled because
Oh my god, you're right.
you didn't hear that.
Sorry, yeah. Pip, what do you mean she's on her way to Candlekeep? How do you know that? No, you didn't, Pip! This
And
is
I would
definitely
I would
tied to
say with
Dendar.
that, the two of you
happened.
wake up to Eris yelling about that.
This dream absolutely was from Dendar.
Happened.
That doesn't matter! She's still
What's
like, this is
going
weird.
on?
That's weird. This
But
is
nothing
weird.
happened. I'm okay. Look. That was
What?
up.
Yeah, but you don't think that these like consistent dreams from her about your sister is like concerning at all?
Maybe I was just
And
thinking
you don't know
about
what could have
we just
happened?
talked to her.
Someone could have been bleeding out.
Nobody is.
What's going on?
Spark, are you bleeding?
Pip cast sending to Lenaria.
And
Did
nothing
you?
happened.
And she's on
yes,
her way to
nothing
Candlekeep.
happened. I told you nothing would happen.
Did you say anything else?
Wait, what do you
No,
mean
no,
she's
I don't
on her
think
way
so.
to Candlekeep?
She said that she was on her way to Candlekeep for research and wondered if I was still there.
Well,
I wanted to wish her happy birthday.
That's
eh,
not the most important thing right now, Pip.
Pip, did you have
What do you
any?
mean?
Did you
Pip,
have
did you have any nightmares?
No. I had-
Do you have
Spark
any
is
dream?
inside it, checking that.
Yeah, go ahead,
Guidance.
insight.
Clearly from the argument
He
you had a
doesn't
dream.
think that it was a nightmare though, because
If he doesn't
now
think it's a
he's
nightmare, then
nightmares,
it's
he's
not a
like,
nightmare.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Oh shoot, and Spark and Afir don't know about Pip's first dream.
Nope, they
About
didn't hear
Lenaria.
about that.
Oh my god.
Well, I might have just wasted the 19.
Yeah, but
Plus
Nafira accounts for that just
4.
from like watching the argument between you two, and you
23.
like mention stuff, and it's like,
Hey, insight of 29. I'm
Wow,
Um,
indeed.
Yeah, I'd say
the
that
only way I could have rolled better is if it was a nat 20.
I'd say that you rolled so high on insight that you think Pip doesn't think it's a nightmare because of the level of nightmares this group has had. Any other person would probably consider this like a pretty average nightmare. You're just not having a, giant snake entity
bar is
level
just-
nightmare. Yeah, the bar is just so high for a true nightmare.
Pip, I'm pretty sure we're desensitized to normal nightmares. What exactly happened?
But even if it was a nightmare, nothing happened. I'm okay, and everybody's okay. I can still have nightmares.
Pip,
But this was definitely something
Pip,
from
we-
Dendar. Like, you've had a dream like this before.
he has?
Yeah, it's
Kind of.
back in the dude's
Alright.
basement. I asked him about it. He was twitching in his sleep when we were sleeping in the wine cellar, and said he had a dream about his sister doing cool things. It was kind of
Shed
scary,
magic!
and now
It was
he's
cool!
now he has had another dream about his sister doing cool things and almost dying.
Pip, we don't know if
I mean, she
how
wasn't doing
then.
really cool things. She was just healing people.
Healing's pretty cool, Pip.
Really
Move on.
cool.
I
Next
think
question.
it's cool.
Yeah.
Pip, we don't know if how Dendar picks among us. For all we know, she could have attacked your sister in her dream.
You think that?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think of
Oh,
that.
yeah.
All we know for sure is it's probably safe to say every time you cast Send in, Dendar anytime you cast Send into your sister, Dendar reacts, decides to just consistently do that to mess with you. Hard to tell, but we don't know how she decides which one of us to attack in our dreams.
Yeah, I mean, you said in Candlekeep after my nightmare that whoever you thought about was impacted by it. I mean, maybe you thinking about Lenaria after the sending hurt her. We don't know that. And we can't go
So
to
I have to
Candlekeep to
check in.
check.
I don't have to
But
talk
wouldn't
to her,
that just
but
make it worse?
I don't know.
Do you know anyone who's traveling with her?
You could ask Savikos. It's
Uh,
check in on her, maybe.
Yeah, if
But
she's
that's
going
kind of a
to
big ask,
Candlekeep,
maybe.
then I could talk to Savi.
Or the
There
person at the
was-
bar, the person who worked at the bar, because she'll definitely stop at the hearth.
Maybe.
And
Yeah, and how about? I think that's a good idea, actually, Eris.
that's
Like, that way
probably
you can
better
still-
than Sabikos.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you can still talk with your sister.
But
or,
what
like,
if she doesn't make it to Candlekeep?
Well, then we'll find out one way or another, won't we?
But I think that's a good idea, actually. Use Eris's suggestion, so that this way you can still send messages to your sister, and if you, maybe even with Savikas or such, you can still hear from her too, by sending someone else and asking them to send the message to Lenaria, and that way you can still communicate without actually directly sending to her. If
I mean, if Dendar knows what I'm doing, then she would pick up on that too, right?
I guess
Maybe,
that's a way to
but-
find out. Because what we know
don't
so
know
far is
enough
it only
yet.
happens when you send Lenaria. So if we do it, so we can try doing it this way, and if nothing happens, then it's just something about the sending with your sister.
And also, if she speaks
Right.
with Sabikos, she's definitely going to find out where we are. And that might get her to worry.
Oh,
What's that reaction, Eris?
we just shouldn't let anyone know that we're here. I don't want the news to go back to my mom.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't want your mom to
doesn't
find
say
out
anything
either.
then. Definitely.
She's the scariest mom in
information.
our village. That I don't think I'd want to go home if she found out.
Yeah.
Eris, as you all are having this conversation, and you're kind of still on watch mode, a little bit more awake than the others who just woke up,
Yeah.
you kind of glance over, and out of the dome, probably about 15 feet or so away, you're kind of just looking over, see if anything has changed, and you see what looks to be kind of a pool of liquid that is slightly behind, like kind of coming out from behind another outcropping of a rock, about 15 feet away from where you're currently camped.
She's gonna be like, shh, to everyone. Let's get him, shh. And then have Vesper fly out to check it out what that is.
All right. As Vesper flies out, are you in Vesper's eyes, or are...
Yeah, I'll
Um,
be in Vesper's eyes.
Okay, then join me in the,
Whoa!
because in the bad place, yeah.
Oh god!
We're doing two. We're doing 2 rounds, I guess.
Ah! I
Um,
wasn't expecting this.
So as your eyes kind of flash and you warg into Vesper and send her out and up, you see staked to kind of a lone, kind of very rotting kind of single tree that's out the edge of this embankment. You see staked to it with a fiendish dagger, a humanoid figure. A simple gray cloak covering most of his clothes. You can barely make out through all the cuts and bruises and blood on his face that once the skin around his eyes and mouth were cracked and blistered. Atop his head still sit 4 pointed horns piercing through his long brown hair that turned black at the roots. The person from your dream that had been Spark is dead in a pool of blood, staked to this tree, and you see now that the dagger has also pinned a rolled piece of parchment to his chest. And we
Oh
can
my
go
God.
back to the group
Oh my
with
God.
that.
If it's a moving pool of liquid, does that mean it could go under the dome?
As Eris wargs back from Vesper.
Oh my god, y'all are not gonna believe this. Eris is
What?
gonna run out of the dorm. The dorm. The dorm.
Eris?
Eris,
Where are you going?
What's going on? Come back. Tell us what's going on.
No, they just gotta follow her. She can't. They should see it.
Eris gonna follow.
General question since Spark
before-
and Nefira took the first watch. Can they hit the long rest button yet
They're-
or not
yeah,
yet?
everyone can hit the long rest. It was enough time with Pip's dream happening more towards the end of the
Alright,
thing.
just want to ask in case spells are needed.
Yeah. So do you all follow Eris?
Yeah, Spark's
No.
getting up. Let me
Who said
de-equip
no?
the armor because
Did
he
Pip
doesn't...
say no? You're not following?
No, I said let's go.
Yes.
Okay, I've got to make sure.
Yeah. Let me
and-
de-equip the plate mail because he doesn't sleep, and that is he just quickly grabs shield and mace.
Before we
On his way
continue
out.
running out, there weren't any other seeming threats nearby.
No, that's all you saw.
So she wouldn't have had everyone run out.
Yeah. So as you all run out and kind of go around this little outcropping, you see what Eris had seen through Vesper's eyes, staked to a tree, kind of a craggly, rotting tree, with a fiendish dagger, a humanoid figure, a simple gray cloak covering most of his clothes. You can barely make out through all the cuts, bruises, and blood on his face that the skin around his eyes and mouth was once cracked and blistered. Atop his head still sit 4 pointed horns, piercing through his long brown hair that turns black at the roots. The person who Spark had become, or who had become Spark in your dream, is staked to this tree in front of you. The blood pooling, dead. You see now the dagger also pinned a rolled piece of parchment to his chest.
Yeah, Eris immediately ran up to grab that.
Wait, don't touch the dagger!
Did you touch it?
Yeah.
All right, you grab it. Nefira, what do you say?
I was gonna say, well, before Eris touched it, she would have said, "Hey, if the dagger's not cursed, I want the dagger."
No, whatever.
Eris, you grab it. Take the parchment off. Do you hand the dagger to Nefira? It doesn't seem to be cursed. You
It's
hand.
not killing me, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
Pharaoh will take the dagger.
You hand.
And let me add that to my little count of daggers. I now have 16 daggers.
You hand the thing to the. You hand the dagger to Nefira, and in the group chat, I will put the thing that what the scroll seems to see. Nefira, check your messages for what you see.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Pip, can we
Well,
get out
can't
the
read that.
book to try to translate that? Wait, actually, can the gremlins tell if that's infernal?
you can tell that is most definitely infernal. It looks
I've got
exactly
it,
like your book for dummies.
Pip,
I've
let's...
got comprehend languages.
Oh, that works better. Can you ritually cast it?
What?
Mhm.
11 minutes.
Mhm.
Why? No.
That is the only thing you can personally read over Eris's, or I guess under Eris's. You can read that without anything, Nefira.
I don't like
Uh,
this. I
Is
don't like
Nefira
this.
visibly reacting?
Probably.
Yeah.
Nefira, everything okay?
Nefira's visibly reacting.
What's going on?
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Just seeing how it is on the first one, in the general chat. Did you knew I was gonna ask for the dagger? Did you already have that written down?
I have two
I
separate
mean, it's a
ones made.
dagger.
It's a fiendish, fucking cool-ass looking dagger. What have you done the entire game?
I was
Maybe
about
they
to
know
say,
you.
I'm pretty sure the only way you wouldn't use the dagger, or at least have it on you, is if we could prove beyond a doubt that it's cursed, which if you have the option to attune to it and do, Spark is probably going to scrutinize Nefira like a hawk.
If it is cursed, Pip gets the dagger.
I will say,
No, if it's cursed, Eris gets the dagger. She
So,
holds all the cursed.
If it's cursed, the dagger goes in the Styx.
So yeah, Nefira, you can read that little portion clear as day. It's
Okay,
obviously
I think what Nefira's
in.
gonna do.
It's very obviously in halfling. And the rest of you can make. If you could either wait for Pip to ritually cast comprehend languages, you can attempt a much higher DC. If anyone has above 5 on infernal, the infernal marks, you can attempt a higher DC to try and read what it says. But yeah, no, Nefira, you all do notice that Nefira is reacting quite aggressively to this note.
What Nefira is going to do is just kind of I'm gonna do a quick okay. Because I want to shout something out, but I don't want to shout like too loud because like I don't want to attract anything else to us.
I'd say
So, like-
you can give a decent enough shout that someone nearby would hear if they're immediately nearby. If not, they probably wouldn't.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of call out like, I don't even know who the fuck you are. How am I supposed to give this dagger back? And no, it's mine now.
Yeah, you all hear Nefira just yell out that randomly when Eris, you kind of unrolled this scroll.
Nefira, what?
Perception 18. Sparks just immediately on edge looking around after Nefira yelling that out.
There's a thorough scan. So.
Yeah, you look around and there doesn't appear to be anyone else in the vicinity.
I'm doing a perception check too, in case it's like just me. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Perception. Ooh, +7. Yay. So that's 11 plus 7. So that is 18.
18. You also do not see anything in the vicinity other than this individual staked to a tree.
Nefira, what's up? You seem
on the
shooken.
corner. Yeah, on the corner of the note. It says. Let me put it back up.
It says, hold on, let me read it.
No, it says, N, I want this dagger back. Like, whoever wrote this, like, they just wrote just N. They clearly know that I collect daggers, and why? I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Is
I don't
it
know who this
written in the
person
same
is.
style as the notes you've got in with the necklace?
Oh, is it?
Oh, that's a good thing to
I need to know. Is it?
It's the same handwriting.
Okay.
Is the whole thing the same handwriting or just the thing in the corner?
Both are the handwriting so only Nefira can tell because the handwriting in the bottom looks like complete gibberish to all of you. It does not come across as infernal or any other language. Nefira, because of the way you've seen it written before, it is exactly that handwriting, and you can interpret from that whoever this was also wrote the infernal. Infernal just inherently will look different. It's like if you wrote Chinese and English, your handwriting is going to be a little different because of just the different languages, but this entire note was from the same person.
I don't like this.
Pip, are you still ritually casting comprehend languages?
Okay, you said that I recognized the handwriting last time, but I couldn't place it. It's history check, right? Or perception, or what was it that we were doing for that? Because I'm gonna do
I can't remember if it was investigation or a history check, honestly.
It was history.
I think it was history. So go ahead and give me that.
Before you roll that, if Spark can guide Nefira on this, he will.
Please.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I got it once. I'm re-rolling anyway.
Alright, so you have a d4 as well.
Okay, that's a 16. That's a 3.
So 19 plus probably
Plus
1.
3 is a 1.
So 20, dirty 20?
Yeah. 20. Finally. Rolled so bad last few times.
Yeah, as you were looking at this handwriting, You're not sure when. You can't quite place it. But you have seen it before when you were a kid as well. You're not sure the exact age range that you were, but you know you've seen some handwriting similar, some note,
Okay,
but you can't remember.
Because I already knew that.
That's all you get
That's
with
all
that.
I get?
No, is you get that you've seen it multiple times throughout your childhood. And Pip,
Oh, so it's gone from one
hate this.
instance, tip of the tongue, to, oh, I've seen this often.
with that
Oh,
comprehend
this.
languages, you see that the infernal says, "Careful, someone is always listening." And you still cannot read what Nefira claims says, "And I want this dagger back." You cannot read the comprehend languages.
But it's in halfling, and that's one of my languages anyway.
It doesn't appear in halfling. Nefira, I don't know if Nefira even said if it was in halfling. What I'm telling you is it still looks like gibberish to you.
Weird.
Even through comprehend languages.
True, a code isn't a language.
I
Okay.
said it was in halfling.
This
Oh.
is.
Okay, I'm...
Do y'all
And-
think this...
I think with that, you all have learned what
Panic.
this mostly says, and you can pick up with all your panicking next week as
It's a bit past midnight.
Nefira's
past
keeping the
midnight,
dagger.
but yeah,
Nefira's
there
keeping
you
the
go.
dagger.
You have your enemy that you were afraid was listening in on you is dead, with a nice note about be more cautious about who's listening. And that is where we'll end tonight.